Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me make sure the audio is fixed here. I'm gonna remove this chat. There we go. Welcome to the stream, everyone. This is your host, Hennet Pula. Today is a very special stream. Not only is it the Puller Plays, a Puller Plays live stream, it is also, with the permission of TEJD Productions, we'll be live streaming a very special song entitled 6B, R.I.P, Repeat. I have my two bruvs with me above. I have Dave to my left, Raph to my right. It's opposite on here, but together we come together as TEJD. Let me hear. Are you guys there? You guys can talk. Hello? Check.
Hello. Hey, how's it going out there?
Yes,
That's
sir.
how he talks all the time. Yep.
Do people get hit with ads? Oh, man. Them boys got hit with an ad right from the beginning. So sorry about that.
That's perfect.
And
that's what we're here for.
So we got to play it again, basically, is what that means.
Sick.
Welcome, everyone. So tonight I am filling in for Mr. Henneth Pooler is his name. Yeah, I'm just Hen. Yeah, this is just Hen. So we're shifting into music gear. I think Burkeritto's floating around here somewhere, too. I don't know where his face is. Burkeritto, are you still in the ether somewhere?
I am still in the ether somewhere.
Oh wow. Give it up for our other brother.
We're so happy for him.
We're so happy for you.
Gone but not forgotten. Gone from screen, I should say. Yeah, maybe that was too soon.
Screen, yeah.
Sorry. But welcome everyone to the stream. I want to acknowledge some faces, or some names that I saw coming in. Quality Media sent a test before stream even started, so thank you for that. Appreciate that so much. Maserati, Hype, good to see you, bro. Welcome. Fats, Mr. Fats, welcome. The intro music was the 6B song that we, this is the 1 year anniversary. So this stream, we're going to be breaking it down, not tearing apart the song, but kind of analyzing it, dissecting it, showing how it was created, sharing some stories back and forth, and also sharing a worthy cause, having these serious conversations for people who go through what our friends and probably what some of you go through as well. We're going to try to keep it light, have fun, enjoy the music, the creation, and teach you all a little bit about songwriting. Can everyone hear and see us clearly, first of all? Is everything synchronizing? Can you hear my bruvs, Dave and Raph? Go ahead and give them a mic check. Make sure you guys
can't see me.
Hey.
John Cena.
Yeah, you hitting the John Cena? Is that what that was? I think we got a sticker in here somewhere with the John Cena. Burke, don't you dare hit any of your soundboard. I know he's itching to hit his soundboard.
Oh,
no mishaps, please.
If I hit one, it'll just be this one.
Yeah.
Get it on bass, get it going. You know what I mean?
That one is fine. Absolutely.
That's a good one.
Wow, that's a pull-up play.
I'll find the other one later.
Maserati, so sorry you got hit with them 4 ads. For those of you that missed the song, we're gonna play it again. That was the instrumental. But go like and follow. This you can like and follow and subscribe. TEJD, I don't care. Like Puller Plays, it's whatever. You guys are gonna do whatever you want. But for us, support these guys. These guys, my bruvs, like, we really need your help. Like, you have no idea.
As much as possible.
As much as possible. It's not easy being a songwriter and supporting ourselves through our business and our ventures, our passions. So please, I'm glad that you're here too, bro.
Look at this guy. He's got 2 pairs of glasses. He can barely see it.
Can you zoom in? Yo, can you zoom in, Raph?
Yeah, that's what it's doing right now.
Oh, look at Wooski redeemed a play snippet of unreleased music. What? I've been waiting for that one. Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
He has too many points to begin with.
He's been saving up them Puller points for a minute, man. Today is definitely the day to redeem that one. You picked the right day to redeem that one, bro. Thank you for the AV audio video is bueno. Awesome. Shadow the Hedgehog asked a question. Let's go ahead and check out. Oh, yes. Today is the last day of school. Should I be? Congrats.
Wow, well done.
Let's give it up.
Congrats.
And he asked, he said, should I be, excuse me, should I be Jesus Christ?
Every day you should be Jesus Christ.
Yes. I couldn't tell if it was a question because it didn't have a punctuation at the end. So I didn't know if it was like a rhetorical question or something.
Punctuation's a very big deal.
Does it start in the evening? 'Cause the day's open.
Oh no,
Time zones.
so sorry. He had Jesus Christ Superstar at the end. Sorry about that. Yeah, it didn't show up on the stream, so that word got missed when you typed it. So you're just like, should I be
The
Jesus
comment
Christ?
still stands, though.
Comment still stands. Do it, bro. Yeah.
I say go for it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said, no, I asked, should I be Jesus Christ on the last day of school? It's not yet. Oh, okay. Okay, so you were
You
going to
mean,
like
like-
dress up.
Yeah, dress up or like actually like go and heal people, like do miracles. Like,
Yeah,
I think you should do that. You'd
Yeah.
be way cooler than just dress up. dude.
I would get consent
Do it
first
all.
before you just.
Do all of it.
Yeah.
You got a beard, bro?
You
Yeah, I
can't
was gonna say,
do it
how's
all.
your hair? You know, do you have the, is it slightly
There's no
scruffy?
mystery represent them.
If you look like me, then yes, you shouldn't have a problem at all. Like people have told me that, they'd be like, yo, I think you actually might be related.
Jesus had dreads.
Yeah,
I think
Jesus
that's
had locks.
bro,
Yeah.
he definitely had locks for sure. When I got baptized, I came out of the water and my pastor was like, he's like, oh my god, I thought I was looking at her. He literally said it, and I was like, well, I'm my father's son, It's like,
He's like, you should be baptizing me.
he's like,
That was the John the Baptist moment.
Yeah, bro.
Facts.
it was pretty funny.
Right.
I was going to try and heel dress up on Jesus Christ. So Shadow, you're like trying to dress up in like robes and stuff like that. Hey, bro, if I don't know the reasoning for behind why you want to do it. If you want to do it just for like to have fun, feel what you feel, like, which you'll understand what that means after we finish the stream. It'll have more meaning. Nate Oliver, welcome, mate. I haven't seen you in a minute. Nathan_Oliver. And we got 973B. Hey guys, so there's this other dude in the stream. He looks like us. So these are my actual real bros, by the way. What do you think, 973? Take off your glasses real quick, Raph. No, the other one. Yeah, thanks. Both of them. So and
I have
Dave,
blue eyes.
take off yours for a sec. So you guys, nice. Yeah, well done. These are my brothers. I love them so much. They're so special to me. This is where we get it from.
Oh, I'm looking at me.
He's like, wow, I'm beautiful.
Yeah, let's go. And congrats to 973B. He said you hit at 400 followers. That's definitely a dub. Yes, actual brothers. Nathan, these are my actual blood brothers. So there's 3 of us. So we complete each other. It's a trifecta, right? How does it work? They say that we complete a whole
1
person.
plus 3. 1 plus 2 is minus the second number 2 plus minus 1, and then plus another 1 is 3.
Yes, one.
And 7 makes 7 strong.
It's math. Oh, okay. So it's complex math. If
Yeah.
you guys didn't understand that, don't feel bad, because I think most of us, we don't even understand what we just
It's
said.
quantum math.
Quantum math. Quantum mathing. These are the only shades I could find. So, but
Hey, those are cool.
more song requests. So, guys, we're gonna be breaking down a song. So
Get
we
it.
will
Let's
play.
get it.
We will play. So hang tight. We're gonna play. Oh, pull a song request from Shadow the Hedgehog 2. Nate said that's sick, bro. I ship out to Army next month, so you've been focusing big time on preparing. Sorry for the hiatus.
Wow.
Hey, mate, no need to apologize at all.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, everyone give a salute to that boy.
Yeah.
We wish you the best and pray for like safety, because it's crazy out there in the world. I can't even imagine how that would feel on me. So, thank you.
Man, much love.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
So the unreleased song. Nah, I love you too, bro. Yeah, for real. This stream today is, like I said, is very special because we're gonna be playing a song that we worked on a year. It was a year ago. It was released on April 11th of 2023, and it was for a close brother and friend of ours. His name was Petey, and it was a song that we had been working on called 6B. And the drawing to the left of me is it was originally drawn by him, and I just kind of redesigned it a little bit. We added some life into it, basically to represent new growth, because April showers bring forth new flowers, something like that, and it just goes to show that with when you're mourning the loss of someone, or you're going through like a transition period, there's still life that can be produced from something that isn't there. So even though one thing passes away, life goes on. So for anybody who can relate to that, I hope that makes sense. Just there's places you can talk to. You can reach out. There's organizations and things like that, which we are not licensed professions. I want to make it or licensed professionals to have those kind of conversations. But I do want to let you know that we are here. We have a guidance section in the Puller Plays Discord. But you can also reach out to us individually. We tried to go live on TikTok. It didn't work. I guess we lost our status, so I have to reapply. And whenever that happens, it'll happen. But yeah. So if you redeem Puller Plunge, do you all have to do it?
That's a
man.
Puller only.
I think so. I would say yes. Burkeritto
All I have
is
is
used
this
to it.
water.
I am used to it.
Yeah. He's had to partake on these challenges and these punishments, right? So
Maybe if I was Ashton Hall, I don't know.
Ashton Hall,
Man.
maybe. Yeah.
We only have Fiji right here.
Only Fijian.
We don't
so
have
the
this.
song that Shadow. So while we're chatting, while we're getting everything ready, I'm gonna play this song in the background. Oils well that ends well. What is it like an actual song from somewhere? Like where? Let me see if I can find it.
No, it's a fake song that he's made up in his mind.
It's a real fake song. Oh, is it
No,
by Chris Tilton? I think this is it. I'm gonna play it in the background. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know if this is it, Shadow. It's like epic. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Come on here.
Hang on. All right. Let me know if
very
that's, you guys can hear it. Lotus Waver in the chat. What's good?
Hello.
I just gotta get on my board.
Felt the wave.
The ride.
Felt the
ride.
wave.
Yeah, I was like, just went that way.
Today on the Puller Plays news, Kenneth Puller news featuring TEJD, 3 nerds in the same chat at one time,
Yes.
playing music that they once did with friends that they still know. Thank you.
We in it. We in it.
We did it. Was it
You know what I'm saying?
with the Birdman rub? Yeah, I feel like that's the only way you wear those glasses. That's the only way to wear it. Thank you for that song request, by the way. That was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. So that was legit.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah,
It made me
Lotus-
want to race cars.
It made you want to raid a car.
Yeah, race a
race
car.
cars. Yeah, sorry. A
Yeah.
raid.
Like formula.
Like
Just because I live in Seattle doesn't mean I want to just break into cars, okay?
Bro's living in GTA 5 in real life, IRL. He said, "Oh wait, it was the wrong song. Oops, my bad. It's not it. It's a Mobile One song." But that song was epic though. That
It
song.
sounded very cinematic. He's like, no, it's not.
By Mobile One. Let me see if I can find it.
Was that a test?
What is Mobile One? Is that like an oil company?
Yeah.
Is that why it made me want to race cars?
So Waver, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be breaking down. Lotus is asking what we're gonna be working on. So basically, this is the 1-year anniversary of the song that we did last year, dedicated to our friend who passed, Petey G, and we're gonna be breaking down, dissecting the song. I'm gonna be playing it in a minute. As you can see on the music scene here, we have the stems from that song. So we're gonna be breaking down the elements and kind of showing you all how the song was birthed and how it was created. Okay, so it's going to be a very exciting stream. We got started a little bit later. We didn't expect that. Nah, Shadow, I didn't look away as soon as I saw the message. That's, yo, he really wants this song. So you have to send a link. Yeah, send me a link or something so I can find it, because I can't find it on Apple Music. It might be like a YouTube exclusive or something. And then Wooski, what we'll do is we'll play a snippet of one of our unreleased songs. If you guys have any in mind, we can play him a snippet of some music that, of something that we have kind of cooking. What do you guys think? So, all right, we'll say
Whatever
that.
you think is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bet. I like that. I like that. We got some things cooking in the pot. So anyway, back to the other section. Nathan, it's so good to see you again. Well, like I said, we'll be in contact. We'll reach out on the Discord. We have a community of people. Thank you for gracing us with your presence just for a little bit. You guys, give it up for my guy.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, claps. Yeah. Thank you. That's it, man. Oh, okay. So it is on YouTube. I understand now. Hang on. Let me find it. All right, just YouTube. Don't worry. What is it called?
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
That one made Burke giggle a little bit.
Yeah, Burke enjoyed that one immensely. He got a giggle out of that. Doesn't happen often. We can barely break him on a Burkeritto laughs, stream. So that was impressive.
Yeah, that's one of my talents, I would say.
Making your friends laugh.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I agree.
Well, if you know about YouTube, then
hey, it worked on me too.
Gosh dang it. Oil's well that ends well. Okay, I found it now. I found it, Shadow.
That sounds like a race car song.
It is a race car song for sure.
It definitely is a race car song. Nice.
Yeah.
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been. My hand has been on the trigger.
So Shadow, the one that I found, it says McLaren Tuned spinoff episode 6, Oil's Well That Ends Well. That has to be it, right?
Yeah.
I'm like a Three Stooges, like Curly something.
Yeah. Oil's.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Because you can see the stream.
Slightly. Oil's well that ends well.
Yeah. Maybe it's this one. Hello. You guys remember? Hello. No.
Hello.
Hello.
We're trying.
Supposed to be the harmony. Hello. You guys are supposed to chime in.
We are. You keep stopping as soon as we start.
Oh, because you guys are listening to the stream. It's like I have to hold it for 10 seconds before you guys get to join in. All right.
You started way too low. Also, you're like a baritone. Like,
thank you.
Oh, you shake the collier.
That was funny.
They didn't even help me out, chat. All right, so it's the first one. I found it. Here it is. We're gonna play this song for Shadow.
People see me as a bit of a
Mobile One.
Well, we've reached the end of our exploration of the wonderful world of oil. So let's recap on what we've learnt. Look, I've read some of the comments online. I'm aware that people see me as a bit of a dry old stick. That's why today I've put something together which I think will change people's opinion of me. Neville, kick it.
Oil.
It's chemically formulated in laboratories, a scientific marvel of synthetic lubrication. It reduces carbon buildup and improves your fuel economy as shown by the simple equation.
This is kind of fire.
It operates superbly.
That's our kind of map that we were talking about earlier.
In Russia, China, India, and Mexico. In the snow or in the sunshine, in the country or the city, it will keep your engine on the go.
Oh, yeah.
Mobile One, put it in your engine.
Mobile One,
the oil for you.
Mobile One,
keeps things running smoothly.
Is that what you think we are?
Yeah.
It's a
Wait,
great look.
I have a
That's what it made him
question.
think of the
Shadow.
Three Stooges. Literally.
Is this supposed to be us? Is
It's a great lube.
Yeah, you see, homie just hit the moonwalk. Yeah, he's getting it.
It's a great lube.
It's a great lube.
Oh dear, that's not very good. The Mobile One
can't.
Racing program is an R&D platform bringing race technology
Free cars,
to drivers everywhere. So lubricate your pistons and grease up your valve springs.
With the lube of champions, oh yeah. Some subconscious, subliminal messaging. Elvis?
Nice.
Mobile One, put it in your
He said, no,
engine.
don't worry. He doesn't think it's us. He just likes the song.
Oil for you.
But it's funny that there are three of us, though. You know?
Keeps
Bald
things
guy. I
running
think I was more like the
smoothly.
guy
That's the bald guy, yeah.
Yeah, Raph is supposed to be this guy? Hang on.
See, look.
Where is he at? This is definitely clip worthy. Yeah, how do you discover this stuff, dude?
Mobile One, really
He said TikTok.
Great lube.
Yeah,
I think I'll
definitely.
get away with that.
I just replaced my oil.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, so we can teach you how to change your oil too on a puller play stream. That, you know, we all are you know, real men that know how to change their car and oils, right? Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Especially that one.
You know how to change your car and oil?
I know how to change
guys
my
air-
car. You guys know how to change your car?
I had to reset his error.
I think he was
I think I've
malfunctioning.
answered my critics.
Was our brother malfunctioning? Is that what happened?
Yes,
Bye-bye.
I was just following the video.
Hey, great video, man. Wow.
Thank you for this.
Moving on, story of
That was. These are the joys of live streaming.
As being a musician, I think that honestly it was probably one of the better songs I've heard this year that's come out. So
Facts. No,
Yeah,
you
you
ain't
know.
lying. The music has
I
really
agree.
gone downhill lately.
not that.
Except for that. That might be on the top list.
selling in more than one department.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of checked
They're
all
in their own
boxes.
lane. I mean, think about it. They're in their own lane. They're driving straight ahead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
We're
Well, well done.
here for it.
This is the conversation that we're here for. But basically, what I wanted to open up the floor at is, have you all had the chance to listen to the song? And if you haven't, this is where you can find it. So the link. Yo, Volo, welcome to the stream. Homie has missed us. We missed you too, bro. Hey. But Volo, I got a special surprise tonight. You see the two bruvs up here. These are my actual bruvs. We're doing a music stream tonight. We're going to be breaking down that song. And if you all have not heard the song, you can follow the link that I just posted in the chat, tejdproductions.com. With permission from Kenneth Puller, this is, you know, we're doing this for the first time together. We couldn't do it simulcast. You know, TikTok kicked us off. We got booted because apparently our content wasn't good enough. Something like
Too
that.
positive.
Yeah, it was too positive. He said, "You too
I
uplifting."
think they saw our glasses. They saw our glasses and were like, "Oh, these guys are too cool out here."
They saw the
You know?
transmission trying to be sent through, and they're like, "Nah, deny that. Deny them
I did
like
not-
ASAP." Freaking weirdos. But yeah. No, you get to see the actual TEJD. It stands for the Experimental Jazz Dudes. Stream should be paid to watch. Now this is an exclusive stream, not something that we do often. What'd you say? Ha ha. This is where we get our humor from. This is from each other. Yeah. Together we complete one person. That's why I'm always like fragmented, because I'm like the crazy one. Raph is crazy too. I don't know. We're all kind of little crazy. He's the most stable out of all of us. Dude is definitely.
Everyone's
Dude, say it again. We talk at the same time too. Like this, our minds are linked, even though we're at different time zones. Nice.
I think everyone's crazy here.
We're just crazy. We're just weirdos. Yeah. Especially, see that one? I can't make this up. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna be playing this song. It's called 6B. It's dedicated to a dear friend of ours. But before I go any further, I want you all to check this out. This is so the friend that had he passed away last year. And not to bring the mood down too much, but you know, depression. Oh, it was 2 years. 2 years ago, we released the song a year later. Sorry about that. So this is the 2-year anniversary, April 11th, and we dropped the song in his memory. This is his son. So his son started a nonprofit. It's called Skate for Life, and I want to bring some awareness to this really quick. I'm going to post the link in the chat, so you all can, you know, definitely check it out. Volo said the song hits hard for real. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate that. We're going to break down how it was created tonight. We're going to take the elements. We just released something called Raw Uncut Gems 6B, and it takes a lot of the rough drafts because we were all mourning in our own separate ways, and the song was kind of born out of that. From as I was going through it, Raph was going through it, Dave was going through it in a different way. Like all of us were experiencing ways of processing, you know, the passing of someone that's close to you. I think we all can relate. Burke can definitely relate, you know, like losing a parent or a grandparent. It affects everyone differently. And so, you know, these conversations that we have, there's charities and places that you can donate to. You know, there's prevention lines. There's people that you can talk to. We're not paid professionals, but I want to share the art. Most importantly, we're going to share the art of what we do and why we do it. This is the reason why we do it. Like this whole Skate for Life. So basically, he started this nonprofit in honor of his dad. Prophecy had the honor to collaborate with Skate for Life's founder, Mason Gibson, to design and produce this merch line to share a message of hope, resilience, and connection. Inspired by his dad, Petey G is the guy who's the song that we're going to be playing. He always wore a yellow beanie. So this beanie right here, he let me zoom into it. So he designed this right here.
That's sweet.
And I think the logo, it has significance, you know, with like what he always used to wear. So that's a beanie. You can get this merch. You just follow the link. Right? It's hard.
Right.
But it's a meaningful detail in the collection as a tribute to the values that he stood for. And these items, you know, it gives back in honoring his dad, who's a victim of suicide. I think every one of us can say, oh, do we know someone who that happened to? Yeah. You know, we've had these discussions, and basically the proceeds that help fund these programs that support mental health, addiction recovery, and community building through skateboarding, that's what you're supporting when you buy these merch items and you connect for the cause. Okay. So there's not only that, there's I think on Facebook there's a group that he created, and that's here, Skate for Life. Yeah, I know Volo, for real. Fat says, whenever I get down and out, I tell myself it can always be worse. You have to be grateful. Man, that's some real stuff right there, bro. Mm-hmm.
Speaking.
Yeah, because it's so a mindset. Everyone has a mindset, and if you don't have people around you that can reinforce that, you're kind of already setting yourself up for failure. So when you feel that way, like sometimes, yeah, like I'm a very positive person. Y'all know me. I'm always giggling and laughing, and my two bruvs, you can tell we're all very similar. But we have our issues too, man. Like we go through tough days, you know, right, Burke? Like some days we don't want to stream. Some days we don't want to make music. Some days we don't want to create anything. We just want to sit in a hole. Leave me alone.
Right. Today is definitely one of those days for me. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And that is Burke. That is the reason why his face is not showing on camera, because he just wants to be left alone. But he's here by association.
We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too.
Yeah. But this is the link that you all can join Skate for Life. That is the founder, and this is the homie Pete Gibson. He said, I wish I could skate with you one last time, Dad. And he was, you know, he had a passion for skating. But they're out in Oklahoma, and this, you know, and he's like following in his footsteps and stuff here. So it's really inspiring what he's done. And you all can definitely go and support the cause. That's on Facebook, but it's called Skate for Life. We will touch on this again later. Shadow asked a question to real fake Kenneth Puller. Interesting.
Oh.
He asked
A real fake
Kenneth Puller. Ads. So some people are taking an ad break. Hang on 1 second.
Chat, let's figure out how to get Tony Hawk, Bam Margera, mother really Jack Black, anybody to start
classic
supporting.
skateboarder Jack Black. You know,
Bro. Nah, but so
Momoa, anybody.
something interesting to happen though. I'm glad you said that because I don't know if it was I think it was on Instagram, but he ran into Dakota. He ran into one of the skaters named Dakota on at one of the skate parks, and Dakota like took a bunch of footage and videos with them. Let me see if I can find it. But
Really famous person, like really famous skater, like pro skater.
Kareem Campbell.
yeah,
Yes.
like some big ones. We trying to really bring some awareness and you know, and just
Rodney Mullen,
get us sponsorship.
anybody.
Rodney Mullen's one of the goats.
Yeah,
He invented the kickflip. You know that?
yeah.
Rodney
Invented-
Mullins invented the kickflip.
He invented like 30.
Yeah.
All the tricks that you know is came from Rodney
Yeah.
Mullen, pretty much.
Yo, that's crazy. And we all learned this from like Tony Hawk, right?
Right.
But tag them down below.
Tag them.
Tag them all.
Yeah, tag them because you know they're on Twitch right now.
Yeah,
They're
for
gonna
real.
join.
No, tag them if any of you guys like you know,
Write them a letter.
share
anything.
this. We just want to bring awareness to the cause, you know, and support those who like have a passion for this, and he's really taking it like serious too. So you know, he's like under 6. I don't even know if he's like 6. He's probably some of the age of some of you in the chat right now. But
like 14 or something.
He's about
Yeah.
14, I think now.
yeah, so you don't have to be old to start an idea or a business. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to put your mind to. You just got to ask for help, and you know we'll do our best to use our platform. If it's music, if it's creativity, art, anything we can do to help, just let us know. And we have to support each other. This is what community is all about. And if you don't know about the Puller Plays community, then yeah. 973, you said who? So the charity that we're talking about, the nonprofit, the song that we're gonna play, the song that we worked on called 6B. It was in collaboration with one of our friends who passed away last 2 years ago from suicide, and this is his son's business. So his son started a nonprofit called Skate for Life, and you know he made like some hoodies, you know, some dope some beanies.
But that's just his merch. He actually does like he takes old skateboards and refurbishes them. People donate. He gets a bunch from like skate shops and other people.
Yeah.
He has art supplies because a lot of like what his father passed to him was his love for art, like drawing and coloring and graphics and stuff like that. So he actually takes and repurposes boards and like gives them to other kids around the community, skate shops, like skate parks, and like helps bring awareness to mental health and suicide prevention stuff. So it's dope. I mean, he's really taken his skills, his love for like the sport and the art of skateboarding, but also like his actual like craftsmanship with like drawing and coloring and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. So look, so one of the events that they did last year was taking donations. If you have an old skateboard, you could donate it to our art team. Donate old skateboards, making an impact for, you know, the business. And this is what they were able to do. Like, check this out. Like, they got all these donations and supplies, and, you know, like, they're able to, like, build this cause, which is fire.
Yeah.
Look at what y'all done.
All grassroots.
Got a cricket machine.
It's crazy as he's a kid, you know what I'm saying, already with like this mind and already.
Yeah, he has a business mindset, so that's what I'm saying. There's no excuse for any of us,
paint,
you know.
Yeah.
Sander.
They gave sanders,
Drop cloth, so I don't like get anything on that wall right there.
Drop cloths, tools,
Dirt tape.
So
Precision knife.
Fats. He's located in
It's just the box.
He's located in Oklahoma. So basically, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Let's give it up for young Mason, the business owner, the legend, the young legend in the making. These are some of the boards at the event that they hosted. Several individuals signed up for the art team, and it's mental health awareness, mental health matters, suicide prevention. It's all of those causes. So that these are the things that you'll be supporting, and these are, you know, some of his bros and sisses. And this is him
I just
talking.
wanted to make another video to thank y'all for all y'all support.
The young
I was
goat.
able to get
The
all
young
my supplies I needed to refurbish these boards for y'all. I've been talking to some
He pulled off this
principals
crazy
in,
inward
the
heel
local
flip
school
I saw
district
off,
so we can get some school clubs
No, he's
going.
good. We're gonna show us
Awesome.
footage next.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We
It's
also
so
have
clean.
the meet and greet coming up this weekend on September 22nd. You can go check my
His dad
Instagram
used
or
to skate,
Facebook
too.
about
We used to
that.
all skate
And,
bike and skateboard all through our neighborhood.
Thank y'all for all your
would
support.
jump off different sets
I'm
of
really
staircases
surprised
and
on how much
make
y'all have
ramps
helped.
and
And
man, it's crazy to see his
I
son,
can't
his
wait
family, his
to
heritage,
see-
his legacy live on through
That's it,
this.
man.
And
That's exactly it. Like everything that we're passionate about, what we do, like it has to go on. Like it can't just be, oh, this is just for us. Everything we do is rarely just for us. You know, there's some things you do like to make yourself feel better, right?
purpose.
But when we do art, we do this for you. When we stream, we do this for you. Like when we talk to people, we're talking to, you know, support each other. That's what being a human is all about. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So this is you know, this is some of the, and here's that dude. So check it out. So at the park, he ran into this dude. He's a pro skater named Dakota. He's over 10 million followers on TikTok. He took a few minutes to talk with him about Skate for Life. He signed his board, gave him a new board, and you know, he's gonna stay in contact. So it's these type of moments that you never know if you're in the right place at the right time. If someone just stumbles into this stream perchance, you never know. Like that's why you have to be passionate about it. That's why I always say PPL. What does PPL stand for, guys?
Passion, purpose, legacy.
Let's go.
That's what we're here for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a pull-up play.
Yes, sir.
We'd be training for that.
Yes, sir.
Grab your nice, cold, delicious, refreshing beverage. Take a nice.
We'll drink to
cold-
that.
There you go. Fresh water. I got water too. Cheers, Burke. Where's your?
I've got
where's
one
your-
mine.
Cheers, chat.
I
They
have
can't
got
see me,
mine.
so it doesn't matter.
That's a sick cup. Burke is cheersing a water bottle. Thank you.
It's a special design.
I want to thank our sponsor, coconut water from Kirkland.
That is definitely not our sponsor for sure.
He has ads that
About
we
to
don't
get
have to
sued.
do ads. Bro.
Oh snap!
Yo, Fats redeemed a nice, cold, delicious, refreshing beverage. I see you. Y'all, everybody.
Again, do
Get it, bro.
it
Let's get
again.
it.
Do
Let's
it
get
again. Cheers.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
Yes,
Cheers,
sir.
chat.
Again.
Cheers, chat. Cheers, Pip.
Cheers, Pip, Pip.
As long as whiskey doesn't do it, we'll be
Yeah, cool.
drinking
Yeah,
more
yeah.
water tonight than any other night.
Oh, somebody please make a note too. We have to play a snippet of an unreleased song. Wooski did redeem that, so I don't want to forget that. So I
He did it.
yeah.
He done did it.
He done
I'll
did it.
remember.
He done
I'll
did
remember
it.
everything. I'll never forget.
Never forget. So if you all missed it, this is the link that you can connect with Mason. Go show him some support. Go buy some merch, you know, supporting the cause and the nonprofit. It really means a lot to the family. You like that Fire Channel Point Redemption, bro? We try to keep it different and interesting, you know, to keep it exciting. But now we're going to get into the song. We're going to play a little bit of the song as we vibe, as we, you know, talk about how the song came together. So the song was basically, it was based off of a video, the last video that I ever received from Petey was him practicing ukulele. And this is a song that we had been working on for a while, you know, where you send ideas back and forth to each other. Let me see if I can play it. I'll just play a little bit of the of that.
Snippet.
Yeah, a snippet. So you guys can understand the backstory behind it. Because that's how the song was created. The song was created out of that. So it was really unique in that. Because it's something, he was always practicing certain lines and he never was able to record it. So I took that, and then, you know, as I was processing, you know, what happened, I shared that with my bros. They were processing what happened, and then it just created this beautiful masterpiece. Like, it just came together naturally. Like, and we had to wait. we had to wait like a year because it was just too much. Like I couldn't really, you know what I mean? Like I didn't really know. I wasn't in a good headspace really.
Yeah, it was a little overwhelming, you know, having to sit there and deal with that, and then trying to create something, you know, is like.
Yeah.
But it's a way to, like you were saying, like it gives you passion and it gives you some purpose to finish the ideas, and you know, and then that'll create a legacy, man.
Yeah. Shadow said something. Hang on. No more ads. No more ads. He said, I have a skateboard that only 150 people have. For real?
Wow.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's legendary, bro. You got to post that in the Discord. Like, we need to see this. Yeah.
Now that is epic.
Now that is epic. Yes. All right. So here we go. So we're going to play the intro of it was a chat. You know when you chatting and then like they just ghost you for a minute and you're like, "Oh, bro, I was just busy." And I never got a reply back. So I simulated this after that message. So this is kind of what happened so you can understand the significance. Let me know if you all can hear it. I'm going to play it now. So this is actual screenshot. When I did the screen recording, I'll give you guys the behind the scenes. So I took the actual conversation and then I had to recreate it basically. People like, how did you do that? And I took what we already said and then I simulated sending myself a message. So that way it appeared like we were actually chatting. So basically it says, that is so powerful. One of the reasons I believe everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we have no ideas, the plans that are at work behind the scenes to ensure we understand life lessons and tests that'll bring us back to a place where we can get into our purpose. The reason or reasons why we were put here on this earth, to find our passions again, the things that help complete us, and also to find the people that help us get back on that path or walk it with us. It's a beautiful thing, bro. Yeah, we need to do that podcast. And this is a podcast that our other bro here, Raph, was starting with him. They had started talking. So that's the podcast that he's referencing, which we will release that at one point and in the future. I'm not sure when, but we have it there. So we're working on it. This will probably end up being a podcast at some point too. We'll put it on the Puller Plays and also on the TEJD brand. But yeah, so here we go. This is the conversation, and this is kind of how the song ended up becoming what it is.
Hit it.
Thanks.
So he sent this video.
You can only handle, so much emotional pain. You just get to the point where you don't want to feel anymore.
And this is footage of him with his family and friends and stuff.
I feel like people who have never been in that position, they misunderstand. You grieve, You grieve and
feel what you feel. It's okay. Listen in the wind. It's okay. It's okay.
And that's his dad.
That's
yeah. We gotta pause this. So this is super significant because, and I won't give too much detail, but yeah, this is his actual dad. His dad was Mexican, and he had never really met him like up until much later in his life, and they captured this moment on there, which is like a super heartwarming thing of, can you imagine, like, for those that have a father, you may not understand, or I know some of you have like dealt with parental issues and stuff like that, but there's nothing like, having a big brother or like having a father or a mother. Family is so important, and if you don't have that, it's tough, So there's many emotional things. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, as far as thoughts on that subject? Because I know it's like having a parental figure. How on the level of importance is that?
is the most important. That's one of the, having a community, having a family, having people to surround you and give you love and support. Even just someone just there. Sometimes you don't even need anyone to talk. Sometimes you just need presence, you know?
Mm-hmm. Just knowing that someone is there. Like you said, no relationships are perfect, but just knowing that that figure is there in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's special qualities that come from having a father in your life and having a mother in your life. Mothers bring nurturing, fathers bring stability, protection. There's something that your brain, latches onto when you're closer to your mother or to your father, that help you develop and underdevelop if one is not present, right?
Like imbalance.
Yeah. But sometimes those challenge you to like search for something in life, right? You're searching or striving, and it may cause you to like start going a certain way or choosing to be around certain people because it kind of fills that gap, you know?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. But to see that clip, that video of Pete and his father unite and like come to like a piece, like that like puzzle, that like fit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for him to show his kids their grandpa like that it adds an element of love, that wasn't there.
Yeah, I can't help but like, getting a bit emotional, when you think about your own parents and the relationship that you have, and how it got to that point. And if that wasn't there, how would you be? You have to ask yourself these questions, and these types of conversations are so important for as young men and young women to talk about these things, because it's that crucial. It will take your life down one path or the other. It'll go whatever way that it's supposed to go, but it severely impacts it. That's, I think, is the point.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because he did grow. I'm not saying that he didn't grow up without a father figure, because he had a stepdad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
And he was actually like a blessing, And but there's something when it comes to like your blood father, where it's like identity, like where like I didn't get to know the father, like
there's the person
something
who brought me, who gave birth to me, there's a slightly different type of connection, even if I didn't really know that person. But yeah, it's like serious.
There's still that connection. Yeah.
Knowing your history. Oh, that's what it is. Knowing your history and where you came from. Is a lot of people who can't go forward because they don't know where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So they search for that. Yeah.
We spend our whole lives searching for our past or the things that we don't know to learn more about what already happened to help us go forward. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Someone asked, Shadow said, yo, Henneth, did Raph take your glasses? Because he has two. He definitely stole my glasses. That's why I'm looking around. The only shades that I have are...
He reached in, he was like...
Yeah, he just grabbed them straight from stream. These are the only ones that I have, and they just... I don't know.
Somebody might need glasses because they just noticed it, though.
I have the heart glasses for love, signify love. But in going back to the song, I'll just play a little bit more, and then we're gonna break down the song. So I'm gonna play it fully, and then that way you guys can see. All right.
The video.
Yeah. Back to the video. Here we go. Let me switch the scenes. Here we go.
You'll be fine. When you listen to the wind, remember me.
And he was an artist too, so he used to draw by hand.
Dancing in the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Heaven, can you answer me? Wash away the pain. Dancing in the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Heaven, can you answer me? Can you answer me? In the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Heaven, can you answer me? Wash away the pain.
Yeah. There's the skater right there. That's the GOAT.
Can you answer me? The thunder, the rumble, the wet on my skin when it rains. A poet to keep me so humble, no mumble. Remember my name, so bitter it crumbles. I'm stumbling, no one to blame.
There it is, there it is.
I ain't been feeling the same. I just been hiding my face.
Musically talented, physically talented, artistically talented. Like,
bro had a bunch of checks. So that drawing is his. So this, I have to just show this picture real quick. So this is where the album art came from. This is the inspiration behind it. So this is something that he drew himself, and he drew this. He would send all these drawings, and you guys can chime in here of whatever he was feeling. And he just like he did this thing called stippling. It's an art technique. You guys have seen some of my drawings before, but it's you put a bunch of dots. And I said, what is that? It looks like a brain, or like it looks like the inside of a head or something,
Right.
But that's what ended up becoming the actual artwork that is this one. So what we did is we basically took that and just did like some watercolor animations, a mix of multimedia. Like there's a bunch of creation, and just kind of let the AI just go crazy on giving ideas. Like a lot of this video just came together from just experimenting. A lot of it was mixtures of different types of media, physical drawing, personal inspiration, and it ended up becoming new life. So it's like a new flower growing from that shell. So I wanted to point that out real quick. Do you guys have anything on the drawing?
It's uncomfortable, but what it does is it evokes that pure emotion, and it definitely helps to put in a physical form what that feeling feels like, and like you were saying, like where it can lead, like how it can start from a place that is blooming, and then once things get completed, it'll fully flower and bloom into something that's like beautiful.
Dang. Man, bro, coming with the heat. Sheesh, that's puller play right now.
Wow, that's a pull-up play.
Oh, my first puller play?
Yeah, your first puller play. Congrats, bro. No, Volo.
That's the only reason I came on here.
Volo, bro's living for the next puller play. Volo said y'all did an amazing job putting it all together. It conveys so much. Yeah, it's extremely multifaceted. There's so many
interpretation too.
Yeah, everybody interprets art and life differently, and I think that's why we have this synergy that we do. If any of you have siblings or friends that are close to you, you relate to them in different ways. Burkeritto is still in here lurking, but we all grew up together. We were pretty close as kids. We were very involved in each other's lives. Burkeritto has many stories of dealing with these two blokes. They used to play baseball together too, along with Petey. You knew Petey as well, right, Burke?
Oh yeah.
I
definitely knew Petey.
Yeah.
There's so many. I've been quiet because this is your guys' song, and it's like even though I heard it as you guys were making it, and I knew Pete, but the loss of him didn't hit me like it did you guys because I lost touch with him after high school. It still sucks. It still hurts, but
I'm showing your face now, by the way, so people can see you. Give it up for our guy Burkeritto. He's there.
But it didn't really hit me like I thought it would. It was just kind of like, damn, that sucks, man. That's a close friend that we had, and I said it in I think my stream last night that nobody would have really ever seen it coming.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you guys really saw it coming. It just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I know you guys knew that there was some stuff happening, but it was just when you told me, I kind of just sat there like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What
happened?
Why?
Like,
it's never at a time you expect, and never something that you can prepare for. You know,
yeah.
it's just like it happens, and you have to deal with it and learn how to, accept it and learn how to grow from it.
Yeah. And emotionally wise, it's still like it hurts. Like it's because me and Raphael, we all three of us, there's several other people, we all grew up since kindergarten together, and we grew up all through high school, knew each other, always hung out, and it's
everything happens to you, right? It's like, oh, anyone in my circle is like, we'll be fine,
Yeah,
like
it's
we gonna
so
be
hard
all right.
to think. It's so hard to think that somebody like that would just not be here one day, and it literally could happen with any of us four, just out of nowhere sometimes, because that's just life. That's what happens.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, these things can happen. Like you say, oh, that'll never happen to me, or I could never do that. Don't ever say that, because when you're put in a difficult situation, you don't know how you're gonna respond. And I'm sure everybody in chat can relate. I say everybody's throwing some dubs. We do appreciate the support, and like having these conversations are so crucial, especially the older that you get. Everybody calls me Unc, but like it doesn't matter age. Like no one is exempt from going through a difficult circumstance or heartbreak or like depression, or I got mental issues. I got real issues. I got depression. There's a song, this freaking guy, I forget his name, Zach. What's his
Zach
name?
Fox.
Zach Fox. But
I got depression.
Yeah.
That's real.
Bish. But yeah, it's
we all struggle. Yeah, everyone has their own struggle and their own way to deal with the heaviness of life and the struggles of life. So
yeah. And it's just how you react to that, and how you bounce back from that, and who you surround yourself with. So the reason why we have these communities, these groups, like I said, the Nightbot just posted the group in here. Everyone give yourself a shout out in the chat. I want you all to shout yourself out and connect with each other, because we're all we got. You say, "Oh, I'm in this alone." No, you're not.
We're here.
Like
everyone's here.
We are in this this group, in these communities for a reason. To meet with each other and to talk with each other. Shout out to everyone in the world, man. It's worldwide, and you don't understand this song. So I was looking at this song and the reaches that it has, and maybe I'll show it later, but I don't want to take up too much time. But it you don't even understand the reach that you have when you create something and you share it with the world. It goes places you could never imagine. Like there's Cambodia, places I can't even pronounce, that I see the impact of this story, telling his story, and telling our story. Our stories are all connected. So we're not just doing this, like I said before, we're not doing this for us.
Yeah.
Our gift and our art is for everything. Maroon, welcome. Well, welcome Maroon to the chat. Here to say that if you know or someone is playing called the game, you have officially lost the game. I know what Maroon is doing. Oh my gosh, she got me again.
Yep.
This freaking game. This freaking game.
Sorry, Raph. Sorry, David. You guys are in the game now.
You guys are in the game.
I don't know what that is.
Basically, if they explain, if you know,
I don't play games.
He's not doing it. He's refusing. That's the look at his face. Hang on.
I don't play games at all.
You want to say something?
Say it. No, yeah, they're playing the game. But yes, welcome to the game. They said they just lost the game. Raph and David just lost the game.
What is Raph doing?
He's frozen. Hold on.
I think. Wait, hold on. Where's his face?
I don't play game. He got stuck.
He's not. He got stuck in thought for a second. But welcome to the stream, Maroon. We're actually playing a song that we had worked on together. These are my two brubs, right above me. We have a group called TEJD where we do music and cool stuff like that. And so that's Dave, that's Raph, and we're playing it on live stream. Yeah, so we're playing it on live stream. We're watching the video that we put together dedicated to our friend Petey G. If you all haven't heard the song yet, you can. It's available on all platforms. You can find it on. Let me send you guys the link here. Yeah,
nice.
You guys can access.
Yep.
The link wherever the heck it is. Hang on.
We'll take all the streams we can get. Send it.
Yeah, send
Please
it.
Play
So the link is there. It is right in there. Sounds. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I was missing. So this is where you can see the video. Hey, Maroon, how's your day going? I hope everything is well. How's my bro Andromeda doing? This is a music stream, by the way, so he would appreciate. We're gonna break down a song tonight.
Yeah, let's pull up the session.
Let's pull up the session. We watched a bit of the video, but I don't want to take away too much from the creation process. So let's shift gears. So this is the actual song. I just posted the link in the chat. So when we created this song, like I said, it started off of the last video that he sent me, and it was a ukulele. So this is the notes that he had played. He had just sent the idea in this chat or in this video chat, and he had sent these notes here. This is all it did. Let me see. Can you guys hear this? So that's what he had originally just sent me, and there's a whole version. We also released Uncut Gems. I'm not going to get into too much of that, but there's a whole verse that he did just practicing this song. It's a song that we have been working on for years, but never completed. And so from there, it just kind of went in different directions. We were all mourning and experiencing different things. So I'm going to break down the song now. Maroon, you're doing well. He's doing his 3rd year anniversary stream currently. This is his 3rd year stream. Give it up for Andromeda_music. He's one of my, yes, the claps. Great job. Good claps. Yeah. Throw them air horns. Yes, sir.
I had to do it.
But yeah, as we may have to pull up on him. We're in the similar vicinity now, so we'll have to pull up at some point on him and pop into his stream. But yeah, going into this song, we started this off of that idea, and so this is kind of where it came from. And then Raph was going through his. I'm just gonna play it in the background. So he was. So explain a little bit about what you were going through, Raph. Like when you were. You were just letting it kind of flow randomly, right? What happened?
Yeah, I heard the news, and then kind of naturally and automatically just went into music mode to like release some of the sadness and to help me start the grieving process. And so it was at night when I heard. And I was just looking out the window, and I was just watching the wind blow, and I think I had the window open, and I just like had my guitar set up already. I was kind of practicing throughout the day just for random stuff, and then I was playing these chords, and I just felt, I think it was just like super nostalgic chords that I was just diving into, and then I just turned on literally my voice memo on my iPad or either the iPad or the phone and started recording. And I had just like all this like background noise of like what was happening in that moment, just to like remember what it felt like. And so I don't know, I'm super. I don't even know how to put it. Just like whenever something happens, I kind of like want to just sit into it and like if it's heavy or light and lean in and just like really gained something out of that full experience, and so I just decided to record that you know, when that happened, and I had like my tea kettle beeping and like halfway through, and then I had
to hear it at the beginning.
Yeah, you can hear it like at this part. Listen,
birds. I think it was like birds chirping from the window being open, and like it just the ambiance just set the mood, set the tone to just help me start the grieving process. And I just, you know, as we started talking through, you know, man, we should really write a song to like express our gratitude for his life, for his family, and to just honor him. And so I remember like that night, I was like, oh, I have something that I wrote that night. I wonder how this can fit into something that we can collaborate.
Because I know that Henry, you and Pete were also already trying to work on making a song with his ukulele and stuff, I'm pretty sure, with just the ukulele sample. And so I think it was crazy because they're both in different keys and different, you know, tempos, but it really took a lot for, you know, Henry to blend them together and create one sound off of something that off of two totally separate ideas.
Two completely different ideas that were born at different times throughout the year. So what's interesting is, I'm gonna stop the song for a second. So at the very beginning, can you all hear the song playing? And let me know if you guys can hear the song if it was playing. I stopped it now, but at the very beginning, the ukulele came from, I have to give shout out to all the songwriters who were involved in this. It was during that weekend, I actually, two people that we know had passed. It was, remember, Brother Kramer, JG, had also passed during that weekend, in conjunction with Petey. You could hear it, good. So that's our bruv Raph, who was playing on that side. He was just, you know, he was just playing kind of open-endedly, exploring the guitar, mourning, feeling what he felt, and he entitled it RIPete. R.I.P. E.T.E. was our friend. He's a friend who passed away 2 years ago on April 11th, yesterday. He's a victim of suicide, and suicide prevention is one of the things that we push and we stress, or a mental awareness in general. But that's why this song is so significant, because we dedicated it to one of the last videos that he ever sent. And that was what he was going through. And then when that weekend when we got the news, my wife, Sammy, Mrs. Puller, and I had left. We went to a friend's house who's also a songwriter. Her name is Asia. And she plays ukulele really good. And so I'd shared this idea, and I don't have a ukulele here at the house. So I was like, I've been like trying to practice it on a game. I think on like this game called Chia. I was like trying to play ukulele or something. And I was like, I got to get one. But she had one. So I went there, and in the Uncut Gems, you hear me kind of just like practicing. Let me see. I can probably play a little bit of it. So that was at the same time Raph was doing that. And then this is what I was doing. So there's two separate simultaneous things happening. And let me know if you guys can see this on the stream. So I'm switching back and forth so you get the whole picture, because it's a beautiful, unique story. So this is available on SoundCloud. The main song is available on all platforms. This is on SoundCloud. And this is the link here if you all are looking for our, for our music here. This is where you can find all of our sounds. We have a couple songs available. This is the link where you can find it. Hyper follow the Experimental Jazz Dudes. We go by TEJD, which stands for the Experimental Jazz Dudes. And this is where you can access. So 6B, 2-pack, and at the bottom there's raw uncut gems. It's like bonus tracks. So this is him.
Hey. Can't feel the thunder rumble, know the wild in my skin when it rain. That road intended to humble, or maybe the guy not really knowing my name. It's so bitter it crumble, and I be the only one I'm able to blame. Give me a hug, mama, cause I know that I ain't really feeling the sound. And I've been popping the pills for the pain. Yeah, I've been popping the pills, and I've been popping the pills for the pain. But I really don't try to do anything with the future of mine. I push down with the 6B, and I don't try to stay in
So you hear that sample at the end. That's what ended up becoming part of the final, the final play. But I wanted to share that because this is a song that we have been working on, like I said, for years. Is like he would send little videos. So all those videos that we're playing in this before, these are all like these little raps or freestyles that he would send. That's him just sending those ideas. He would just start recording, and then he just, well, what do you think about this? Ride in the car. So that's why the mouth actually syncs with some of the words that I was saying. And I tried to extract everything that he was, the ideas that he wanted to get out, but sometimes you just can't get it out. It's like it's you want to say something, but you don't really know how to say it, or the rhythm or whatever. And I was like his ghost, like his ghostwriter. He was a ghostwriter. He was a songwriter that he could write, and he would always just be like, I just need someone to perform it because I don't know how to perform it. And that's actually what ended up happening with this song. So that's why it's so significant.
I really think you were like channeling him, as like a vessel, to like speak what he was, I'm saying, like the emotions that he was going through, and even just some of the ideas that just sparked so much to you, and you were able to, in a sense, like use his voice as yours, there
was things I feel like he wanted to say, but he never got a chance to finish them, or he wanted to share with his family and friends. And I think anyone can relate to that because sometimes you're like, you need to say something, but it's not the right time or the right season to say it. And it sucks because it's like, I should have said something. And people say, oh, you're going to take it to your grave if you don't say it now. But I definitely felt like there was, because some things I didn't even understand at the time that I was saying some of the stuff was coming off the top of my head, but it was also taking a lot of those lyrics and ideas that had been shared. So that was part of the story behind that. And I don't know who all is still watching, but what are some of your thoughts? If anyone has any thoughts in chat about what we're talking about, and can they relate to this? I hope it makes sense to someone, because sometimes it can just be a stream of consciousness, and we're just talking for the sake of talking. But I hope it makes sense to someone. You know what I mean? Like I really want it to click with someone. But yeah, so that was his warm up that he did. That's just Petey G ukulele raw. And then this is as we were there, so the other songwriter, Asia, she played the ukulele on some of the parts, and then I played some of the parts to fill in the missing pieces. And I just kind of chopped up what Petey had sent, and that's where that thing came from. So this is kind of that warm up that same weekend. So here's what I was doing at the lake. I was just trying to find ideas, I think I made it more minor because I was really going through it at that point. And you can hear the cicadas in the background. It was on the lake at this lake house. Mrs. Puller cracking up in the background. Thank you, Lolo. Maroon said, I personally can't relate, but I do have a friend. And let me pause it. You have a friend, I want to make sure everyone is heard, who's in high school. she went to, and they had a high suicide rate. So she lost many people to suicide during her teen years, which we've all experienced that as well. Excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to bring down the mood. But Burkeritto's in here too. He's tucked away. But we did. I'm not gonna go too deep. You guys know what I'm gonna talk about. But we did like an awareness type of campaign back in the day, and talking about those things and those subjects. And I'm not gonna mention the name, but we.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, it happened, but the goal was to bring some awareness to people, and to offer help, to put them in contact with professionals. And like I said before, we're not licensed professionals. We're not, the end all be all. Like, don't take our word for it. Go and get help. If you feel like you're going to do something or you feel depressed or whatever, talk to somebody. There's professional lines. Like there's, we have all of those links. We can post those, the international prevention line and things like that. I tried to add it while I was talking, but anyway, can you all see Burkeritto now? Yeah, he's up there too. But we experienced that, welcome back. Well, welcome back, Burkeritto. Welcome. Good to see you again. We experienced those,
smile on that face. All right. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. All right. So what do you guys, as far as like having, what Maroon said, they had like a lot of people that, lost because they probably didn't know how to handle what they're feeling or like who to talk to or whatever. But how did you guys like deal with those kinds of thoughts? Like as a person in high school, many of the people on the stream right now are in high school or, in grade school. What's some advice that you could share very discreetly with them for that kind of stuff?
I mean, there was a couple people also at our high school that, committed suicide at the school, and
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things, and it's like as a kid, you sure how to handle those emotions because it doesn't seem even real, at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like a little strange to have to like deal with that as a child, because as a teenager you're still a child. Like you don't have those complex emotional depth, as you do as you grow older, and so you just have to learn how to take it day by day, and like I don't know, keep going every day. Every day is a new step. You just have to keep walking.
Yeah, every day's a new step. I think is very serious. That's the key. Every day is a new leaf. You turn over a new leaf. You get another chance to try.
Yeah.
Maroon said, TBH, I can't speak to... Sorry, Raph, I didn't mean to cut you off. They said they really just speak to someone... I can't really just speak to someone like face to face, so I usually would talk to a close friend, and sometimes even a friend I made in a Twitch community. Me and him sometimes just vent to each other. This is the power of community, and I know that Burke and I, we've talked about this before. Use your platform, like to anybody who's listening, use your platform to like speak to others. Like you can choose to just be a rage quitter or whatever. No need to apologize, Maroon. But yeah, like there's what do you want to be known for? Like there's a place and a time to be crazy, but then there's times to be serious. Like this is a fun stream, but it's pretty serious. This might be one of the most serious streams that we have, but we like to keep it light and encouraging. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Keep talking to people, keep reaching out to these communities. And Raph, you were gonna say something. Go ahead, bro.
I just like to add, whenever you hear about something that happens at either someone else's school or somebody that has been indirectly or directly affected by suicide or someone that's struggling with mental health, it's just always interesting to like think how you fit with even hearing that information. You're like, can I do anything about that? And to be honest, there is. It's like, how are you encouraging people surrounding you? How are you being portrayed? How are you presenting yourself to the world? You know, like, what communities are you involved in? And community doesn't mean like, am I a part of like the community rec center where there's like a bunch of people around you all the time? Community just means the people that you spend time with.
Yeah.
Your family, some of your buddies, friends, homies. And like, are you a person to bring love and encouragement? And it doesn't have to be like some huge philosophical like epiphany.
Yeah, don't
or something
overcomplicate it or make it
transformational. It can just be like, give me a hug, you know,
Yeah.
like just hang out and play some games and talk about faith and love and life and food, anything that brings a positive impact in people's life, you know. I just think those things get overlooked and overshadowed because so much of this life is presented, especially in our culture, as fast and go and do,
grind.
And you know, but some of the places where people live the longest on Earth, like they call it blue zones, have one of the pillars of like people who live the longest on this planet is laughter, good food, motion, you know, like movement in life, natural, being in the forest or going on a nature walk or hiking, you know, like, and also community and like just being around people that you enjoy, you know. And you don't forget, like, if you have the ability to control that, like the people you spend time with, some people do not, and that's really unfortunate. And those are the things maybe you can support and build if you have access to or you know, resources, a positive community around you, to like really like spend time and grow into those things and lean into them. So man, I just encourage anybody out there, you know, to just, if you have some platform, if you have a couple friends, it's worth being a light in their life, you know.
Yeah. And that would be reciprocated back onto you as well. Like, even without you, you know, having to, you know, it comes, it's a nature, it's the nature of law, you know, like given, it will be given back unto you, you know.
Right.
Without expectation, you know. Yeah.
No, that's so real. Burke, you want to chime in on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I had some stuff that Raphael kind of said it all, and one of the big things I think, I think your parents can say this too, but whenever I started going into like a dark day or something, I go sit out on my balcony now, and I go out into the, you know, I don't do it anymore just because I don't live at home. You know, I live in Owasso, which is kind of a bustling small town where my parents lived. I could literally go to a field, and me and David used to hang out every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, it became a thing that we did, and there were a lot of times that we ended up out in the middle of the woods shooting videos just for that. Stupid stuff for no reason. And like I was gonna say, your parents and even my parents said that being out in nature is one of the purest forms you can be a part of, because, and my dad said it this way, he said, if you feel that something is wrong, then go stand next to a tree, because there's nothing wrong with a tree, even if it's dead.
Tree is not going to judge you for standing close to it.
Yeah. And
it's doing what it needs to do, you know.
Yeah. It's doing its job.
And it changes your entire emotion. And like there were a lot of days that, you know, going back to me and David, that on those Wednesdays that we'd be stuck in my bedroom or it'd be stuck at his house, and it got to the point where we got annoyed with each other very quickly. So it's you have to set yourself outside of, you know, kind of
have your comfortability. Yeah.
And so when the communities come into play, like my Discord, Hen's Discord, and Raphael was saying, you don't have to go to a recreation center. And I'm the first one to tell you, don't go to somewhere where there's 1,000 people. Like that's especially, and I think Hen, you can agree to this because of ADHD. Whenever we get into a dark state, we don't want to be around 100.
I don't want to talk to no one. I don't want to interact. I just want to do my thing, and that's it.
Yeah, it just amplifies that whole anxiety that you've got about that day. Just call a friend. It like Hen said, we're not licensed to do this, but
no.
If you call us at 4:00 in the morning, we'll answer. I mean maybe, but if you need to talk to us at 4:00,
don't be calling me at 4 in the morning. Y'all can call Burke at 4. That guy's single. Yeah, you can definitely hit that dude.
I think what he's trying to say is that he will do his best to try to attempt to maybe wake up.
Yes.
At 4 a.m. if you call him.
But it's being available.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Being available during 9 to 5 business hours.
I swear, if I get a bunch of blow-ups 3 in the morning, I'm gonna know who to blame. Thanks. Appreciate that.
I approve this message.
But it's being available.
Yeah.
It's
and
keeping available.
But you have, everyone has their closest friends that you can do that to. It doesn't matter where you are, who you're with. Like you can always hit up that one person is gonna answer for you. And if they don't, they'll hit you back. And then you just have to wait. It's patience, man.
This is also a good plug talking about mental health and reliable people. Mental health, talking about it is so healthy. Don't forget that if you need professional help, a mental health expert is so worth it. A counselor, a therapist, a psychotherapist, you're never too above that.
And it's hard. It's hard for people to talk to someone about themselves or what they think may be off. We will ignore it sometimes because it's I'm not going to talk to some random stranger about my issues. What is that? It's like a pride type of thing.
Ego thing,
What do you know about me?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want you.
The best thing is that they don't have to know anything about you, and they can look objectively at your situation and be able to, give you advice based off of all the experiences and all the different people's problems. And we're a lot more close than we are separate. Everyone has more in common than we have separately.
Yeah. No, that's so real.
Maroon asked a question.
Maroon asked the question. Thank you so much for joining the community, by the way. I appreciate it. We're all, I know Andromeda and us, we're all connected and stuff like that, but we do have an art section. If you're an artist, want you to feel comfortable. You did ask about gore and blood. There's art is, I believe art is an expression of whatever you see, you feel. Art is subjective to the individual. Art is a representation of whatever you may be experiencing. And if you can't share that experience or you don't get it out, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing those around you a disservice because they may not know. Just like this song that we were working on with our friend. He never got to get this song out. He kept trying, and he couldn't do it. He went, not to go too deep into it, but he went to rehab. He tried to get help. He tried twice. And as soon as, when you get back out into the real world and you get stuck, and you don't have the right people around you, they can either drag you down to a place you don't want to be, or they can help you to elevate to where you aspire to be. But there's all different things. There's chemical imbalances. I'm not going to get down in that rabbit hole, but you have to know your brain. You have to go speak, like we said, go speak to a psychiatrist, go speak to a licensed professional that can help you say, hey, maybe you need some medication. Maybe you need Adderall or whatever. I just had this conversation not too long ago where it's I've lived my whole life wondering why I am the way that I am. And our parents are sometimes, oh, you don't need anything, you're fine, just pray it away or whatever, but that's sometimes we have chemical imbalances that need to be addressed, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But to answer your question, Maroon, yes, it's fine if you want to share, please share your art. Don't stifle it. as long as it's not anything like vulgar or anything that may be, you know, like too crazy. Like there's what is it? Safe for work? What's that?
NSFW.
NSFW. Yeah. If it's not safe for work, I would say just reach out and say, hey, you know, just inbox me or something. Just like, hey, is this okay? I'm pretty sure it. You know, I like to give the free expression.
Send it all to me. Yeah, send it all to me first.
Send it to that guy. This guy over here, to Medi Man. Send it to Dave. But yeah, please share your art.
Dissect the entire picture. He'd be like, man, I feel that picture.
I feel it. I'll write a song to it. But yeah. So right before that, Burke, what you said what you. I want to make sure that everybody said what they wanted to say before I move on to the next segment. I
don't remember.
Yeah, that's literally my. It's literally my life. This is why I've been prescribed Adderall.
I mean, there is something new that came into my mind that we were talking about going and seeking help by a professional, and you guys know this, that there was a relationship that I was in before I got married, and after that, I hit rock bottom. Like it was bad. I wasn't in that mindset that I was going to harm myself, but it was to the point that I was like, I don't want to do anything. I don't care about life. Like I kind of just give up, but I'm not going to give up my life for it. You know what I mean? And there was a day that I was trying to go to sleep and something felt off. Like I didn't know what it was. I've experienced anxiety through, my entire high school years, and it never hit like this did. And the anxiety attack that I had was so unstable and so unsettling for me that I got up, and before it actually hit, I walked into the bathroom. I was like, I need to kind of get into some sort of light or something, just so I turned the bathroom light on. Didn't want to wake anybody else up that was around me. And I looked into the mirror, and all I remember is my mind like shut down, and I went into a full panic mode because I didn't know what I was feeling. All of a sudden there was this surge of adrenaline to my chest, because if you guys have experienced anxiety attacks, that's your body's response system going into fight mode, because it's basically telling your body, hey, something's wrong. We're getting ready to protect your heart, because that's the last lifeline you need. So anxiety attacks can hit really hard. But where I'm going with this is, after all of that happened, the next day I went and talked to my parents, and they were like, well, let's go get help. Okay. I was against it, and it wasn't because I didn't think they would help. It was me being a man and saying I don't need help. Yeah. It's a very strong dynamic side for men to say I don't need help, but it's a whole nother person to say, okay, I need help. Yeah. And I can say for a fact that there were points in my sessions, I did it for about 6 weeks, that I felt uncomfortable, because it was like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, you don't know who I am.
It was awkward.
And why yeah. But there was one thing that really stood out towards the end, when I finally stopped going, is the psychiatrist said, I'm not going to medicate you with anything, because it doesn't seem that you're in distress where you need to be medicated. I used to be medicated in school. It helped me focus, but during the session, she's like, I'm not going to medicate you with something that seems to be slightly temporary at the moment. And she said, here's something you can do. And it was a breathing technique. And Raphael can attest to, I think, David, you can attest to this too. And you can attest to this, that breathing techniques can... He's talking to Raphael that's not there.
It's like, is he talking to himself?
And like, there's a breathing technique that.
Oh, hold on. Some people are in ad jail. Hang on 1 second. We want to hear this. As soon as they come back, like hold that thought because I don't want anybody to miss anything. All right, hang tight. Breathing techniques. Remember that. All right, chat.
That's my ADHD right now.
Yeah. No, we gotta make sure that no parts are missed because it's like all useful info and everything.
Hey, Hen, do you have your stream manager pulled up when you do these?
Sometimes, yeah. I have like 2 windows because I'm using both screens right now. I'm not streaming a game.
Did you know that you can snooze the ads for them?
Yeah, I did that for as many as I could because earlier, and then it's
money doesn't pay, so it's like
yeah. That's basically Twitch is just like, all right, guys, this it's time to pay up. That's what Twitch wants their money. Like everything keeps shifting with Twitch. I'm out of space. They're about to take away all my uploaded videos because they're like, yeah, we need to keep making our money, and we've given you guys so much for free. So thanks, Twitch. Appreciate you. Yeah. But once you come back in, if anyone is in an ad, please let us know when you do come back. I'm looking on the stream manager now, just because I want to make sure.
I have the mod view pulled up, but I can't actually see. Okay, she's back.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, by the way, Burke, for that. Back from ad jail. Let's go.
Let's talk about breathing and breath work.
Hey, now class, we're going to talk about good breathing exercises that can help you minimize your anxiety and depression. But go ahead, Burke. Yeah, you were talking about things in a session. We're talking about for Volo. Welcome back. We free 973. We back. We're talking about like getting help and how awkward that is for many people. I know I can speak from men perspective and for any women or anyone in the chat that would like to share their experience too, please let us hear that perspective. Because I know it's hard for me and some of you. Go ahead, Bert.
Mm-hmm. So what I was talking about is in my session and before that, like Ken was saying, I didn't want to go through it, but towards the end of my session, I was going for about 6 weeks, and that last week I went, she was talking to me about, okay, I'm not going to give you any medication because it may do more harm than good, because you're not in this phase that you're constantly dealing with this, like most people. So she said, we're going to work on a breathing technique. And I heard breathing before, like, oh, you're stressed out, breathe. You do this, count to 3, do this. And there was a specific one, and I can't quite remember what she did and told me how to do it. But she said, what you want to do is you want to tighten your neck. You basically want to start trying to get the anxiety and the adrenaline away from the center of your body, because that's what anxiety starts with. Yeah. All of your adrenaline, your blood just goes to the center because it's trying to protect your heart, because anxiety is a flight response. It's a fight. It's a mechanism that is trying to help you survive, because it thinks, oh, your body's going into this mode that needs to stop.
Right.
And she said and she said when you breathe, she said there's a couple things you need to do. The first one is tighten your hands, all your extremities, tighten your hands, curl your feet, and try to tighten your neck. And the reason that you do that, and this is where kind of Raphael, because he does a lot of weight training and stuff like that when you start doing certain parts with your body, you get that blood moving in that particular region, and that helps pull the blood away, the adrenaline away from your extremities, back to your limbs and stuff, and it just slows you down while you're in the middle of breathing. So after you do that, try to breathe. You have to kind of force yourself to feel the breathing calm you down. And I've gotten pretty good at that now, where I can actually, feel my pulse and I can breathe. And sometimes you'll hear, like, I'll feel my heart go dun 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 dun, and then I'll breathe and it'll dun 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 dun. And I've slowly started to kind of learn how to do that. So now when I'm getting hit with anxiety, and I'll be honest, sometimes it happens right before I go live because I'm not in the mood to stream. But like Ken said earlier in the stream, we do the content for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we could care less really what it does for us, but we know that like something like this, I hope this hits, you know, however many viewers you're holding on to right now. And like this is not a light subject.
Yeah, this
it's
is
not
heavy
supposed
stuff
to
that
be a
we're
light
dealing
subject.
with. Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll say it 100 times more. If you need that help, go get it. Don't rely on your friend to say, hey, you know, I'm going through this. I need your help. Like I can't help you. I can talk to you.
Yeah.
Like I can say, hey, all right, let's breathe. Let's calm down. Let's relax.
Right.
But I don't know if you have any in your Discord. I know I've got 2 in mine. One is suicide prevention.
Yeah.
And then I have the charity that is on my Twitch is awareness.
Yeah.
And then I also have a financial aid system too that you guys can go on my Discord if you struggling with money, because I can tell you firsthand, David, we can all tell you that money can put you in the dark pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how you're going to survive to get through even a week sometimes. So depression is definitely not something to play with, but
right. Yeah, for those, to answer that question, by the way, for those that are on the stream right now, or for those that can see it, there's a fundraiser. You just heard some noises. Charity goal. Basically, it's for the International Association for Suicide Prevention. This is one that I've had for a long time, but it's worldwide. And you know, I like to turn it on and off from time to time. But yeah, that is an association that you can reach out to, that you can attach to, you can donate to. We have to give back to people who know what they're doing and continue that to keep getting support for those that need help. I missed the thing Maroon said. You got taught the 5 things method or something like that. I think it's kind of what Burke was saying. It's the it's 1 5 4 3 2 1 coping anxiety, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what it is? It's basically acknowledge 5 things you see around you. I just found this, by the way. It could be anything. Acknowledge 4 things you can touch around you. Acknowledge 3 things you hear. Acknowledge 2 things you can smell, and acknowledge 1 thing you can taste. And basically, it's if it's like a panic attack, they say that it's and this is the source is from a company called SOAR Inc. This is not my own professional advice. Go do your own research. But basically, it's just helping you to kind of focus on the tangible and the things that are right there in front of you.
Help
Which
you
is
to
really
focus
cool.
on the present.
Yeah.
There's a weird thing I can throw out here too, just because I've read it, and it was like a comedy thing almost, but I even talked to my dad about it, and he kind of said it too. And it's gonna sound like a joke at the same time, but it works. And I've technically tried it. There was a night that I kind of had an anxiety attack, and it wasn't like it was before. It was just like I was stressed out about money, and I didn't know how I was going to pay for rent. And it got to the point where I was like, I can't sleep. And it sounds stupid when I say this, but I took a little bit of mustard on my finger and ate it, and it stopped it because
mustard, huh?
Yeah, so mustard or something hot like a pepper it triggers your brain.
Yeah,
like it triggers your brain to it stops it, and it's almost instant. Now I'm not going to talk about other things that David said. You know, peppercorn. If there's things that you do and you have an anxiety attack basically while doing this thing, you know, I'm not going to talk about it, especially on Hen's stream. But if you eat peppercorn, it will counteract the effects, and it'll calm you down almost instantly.
That's really cool. I love stuff like that, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
I like the mustard in the finger trick. That's cool.
The mustard in the finger trip.
It was.
I just, whenever I get anxiety, I just look in the mirror and just mew as hard as I can. I just stick my tongue on the roof of my mouth and then suck in, and then I just stare at myself, and that usually helps.
Yeah, and which is funny because
professional advice.
We are not
funny.
licensed professionals. Please, let's make that very clear. But these are all things that may or can help. So definitely do it. Like,
and even though we're not licensed, the stuff that we tell you that we do that helps us, try it. If it helps you, great. You know, we did our part by helping you as a friend, as a community, not as a licensed therapist or a psychiatrist.
Exactly. Being simple friends, like that's really.
If you're allergic to mustard, don't go eat the mustard, please.
Don't put mustard in your mouth.
Definitely don't do that. Yeah, because we will not be held liable. Right? We have to make that very clear.
Right? They even said, what if I don't like mustard or hot? It's like the point is, if you don't like it, then you learn to accept the things you don't like.
Right.
You
There's
know?
those 3 blokes on the 4 blokes on Puller Plays told me to do this. I don't know. And the doctor's like, you freaking idiot. So unfollow them, whatever you do. Follow them first. Oh man, but yeah, we try our best to use our platform. So for those that are just joining the stream, welcome. If you missed anything before, we're having some talks about coping with anxiety and things like that, and we're gonna get back into playing some music for you all. We have special guests. We're the experimental jazz dudes. We have Hen, Raph, and Dave. And Burkeritto Gaming is also here in the chat with us on Discord. And we're breaking down a song that is dedicated to a friend of ours who passed 2 years ago. We released the song. We also do music production and songwriting. It's available on all major music platforms. And I'm going to post the link here on Puller Plays, on the Puller Plays link. There's a charity. Well, I don't say a charity, but there's a one of our friends. Well, it's his son. His son started a nonprofit called Skate for Life, and I want you all to connect. And there's merch and things like that. Let me know if you all can see this. It might be on a different screen, but I'm gonna put it back up here. So this is. So when you go to the Puller Plays website or on the link tree, the Skate for Life merch, this is it right here. And you can join the cause there. Basically, his son created a nonprofit dedicated to his dad that talks a little bit about his passion. He loves to skate. It's a very very meaningful cause. So definitely check that out. That is what we're supporting today. His name is Mason. You can find out more. You just follow the links here. If you go to Facebook, can you all see that, by the way? Does it show up on the stream? I don't know if it does. Yeah.
Go cop some swag.
Cop some swag. Learn about the nonprofit. All the links here. They strive to raise awareness about suicide and mental health through the love of skateboarding. That's the overall goal. He also has an Instagram here. Check him out. He might be watching the stream. If you are watching it or watching it one day, Mason, we love you and proud of what you're doing. Keep going. PPL, passion, purpose, legacy. Keep being passionate about what you do and create something that's lasting, that can impact people that you don't even know. Just like this song is still doing it. Maroon said, oh yeah, talking about the mustard. But Doc, they told me to eat the thing I was allergic to. The doctor said, try. No, actually do it. But yeah, so please take your time before you take any of our advice and do your research. I did attach the international, you can donate to the International Suicide Prevention Association. It's on the stream if you're watching on Twitch. We got kicked off of TikTok for some reason.
Donate, but to just reach out to them, if you're actually struggling with that stuff.
Right. Yeah, you can access and get the support that you need. If you feel like you're going through something, there's phone numbers, there's hotlines. Do that. Okay. But let's get back into the music here. We've had
a lot of different conversations for different things. So we're going back to this song, and let me see. You said, who did I have to send a piece of art? I'm not sure about to. Oh, so one of the things you can send it in our Discord in the art section. You can send it. What he was asking for was like skateboards. So the Skate for Life thing is basically they're asking for like donations. If you have a skateboard or something like that, then you can definitely send it and you can connect. I posted the link here. You all can gain access to the links right here. That's the link there. prophecyprintco.printavo.com. And you can buy some merch. There's things that he designed in memory of his dad. But yeah. So going back to the music, where we left off with the music was where the song originally came from and where it ended up at. So this is the first rough draft after we did a few different. We played some of Raph, wherever Raph is running off to. I don't know where he went to, but
dad duty.
Cleaning duty, probably, right? So he was playing some guitar. He was mourning. I did some mourning. Dave was doing some mourning, and this is kind of the first rough draft that we did with some ukulele, taking the pieces that Pete had sent. So this is kind of where it went to.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over...
That is not it.
I think I sent it to the Discord. I think we were just joking around. Yeah. We weren't actually talking about the art. Yeah.
No. Yeah. The art. Yeah. You can send it in the Discord for sure. Yeah. Just do it in the art community, and you can just say like, "Hey, is this okay?" We're pretty lenient on a bunch. I'm waiting for the stupid ad to end on.
As long as there's no nudity.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not lenient. You post something in there, I will ban it.
Yeah, he will straight up ban it.
Strict mods over here.
It hurt
lame
my feelings.
Lame. Strict mods.
Lame. No, but you need them.
L mods.
L mods. Mods can take the L. Who hired these guys? All right, here we go. So here's the song. This is the rough draft. This is one of the first rough drafts on the Raw Uncut Gems. I'll post the link here too.
Hey.
Thank you, Maroon. Yeah, spoiler. All I did is I chopped up his that was the ending of what he sent in that video, and then the ukulele was playing over with the songwriter Asia as we were sitting by a lake, and then it created this, and then it goes into another progression after this. The chorus later on. With that soft piano, that Metis felt piano. At this point, the lyrics hadn't come yet. We were just, a lot of songwriting is just thinking of ideas, and then this is
melody.
The melody, exactly. So it's those sounds that come, because all Pete had done is he rapped over it, and it was like, okay, how do we capture these words and put it into something? So this is a very early rough draft that I'm going to play next. It's that same thing, but now it has words, kind of like poetry. So I took what he had sent and I turned it into a continuous thought with the first original chorus. So it's very rough, so please excuse it, and then you'll hear it.
thunder, the rumble, the wet on my skin when it rains. A poet to keep me so humble, no mumble, remember my name. So bitter it crumbles, I'm stumbling, no one to blame. Give me a hug, mama, I ain't been feeling the same. I just been hiding my face, trying to give me some peace, trying to ease the pain. Nowadays I admittedly don't do much anything, not with the future in mind. I just push down with the 6 beat. I don't even try to stay in the lines. Black out my canvas, portray that I'm fine. Might know my name, but the clouds, they are mine. I am divine, confined to the vines of my mind. Feel the numbness, the darkness ingrained in my mind.
Shout out.
Embracing the concept of faith and I'm doing it blind. I just need me some hope for the future. I hope that my family is fine. I hope that you hear it, I know that you fear it. Don't worry no more, cause your daddy is fine. Don't forget that I love you, just look up above you. You feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine.
And that was the original chorus. It was just a lot of it, like you said, I was like, I don't even think some of it was coming from me. It's like some things that I needed to say. It's like, cause I don't have actual children yet. So for me to say your daddy is fine, like, I don't know where that came from, but I know, like you said, sometimes it's channeling, and it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, there's some things that it just kind of comes to you, and that's how this whole song happened. The Official Butcher, welcome. Thank you for that lurk. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big love. Always pulling up.
Big up to the whole island.
Big up to the lion, the Official Butcher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but yeah. So after hearing those two versions, any thoughts on those, Dave, and Burke and Rob?
It's really interesting to. I mean, this is how the songwriting producing process is, you know, to where you'll start out with something so bare and so raw, and you're trying to. It's like mining for gold. It's like one of my best analogies is like you're mining for gold to where you're cutting away and it's like big sculpture, you know, big thing of marble, and you're chipping away these bigger pieces that are rough and fine tuning and polishing, and you're really making something into art, you know, like you're really crafting and adding and taking away, and it's constant, and it's life, you know, it's constantly moving, constantly changing, and you have to learn how to, when things are right and when things feel right, that's whenever you know how to stop and how to appreciate what it is, you know. It's just like a life, like whenever it's gone, you're able to appreciate everything that was taken away, everything that was added, and able to see it for what it was.
Dang.
You know.
No, I appreciate you sharing that too, because that hits on all fronts, you know, because it is a canvas. We talk about art and designing. Artists and people who feel with their art and they share that with others, it's a way for you to share that canvas or paint that canvas piece by piece. And sometimes it's unfinished. Like this, we shared the art before for people like Maroon and those that are artists. The original artwork was this picture that he had drawn. He had hand drawn this thing here, and that's where the album artwork came from for the song that ended up being the final product. But it's taking the shell of that, you know, see, it's very rough and around the edges, you know, and it's just an idea. You know, we said, oh, it looks like a brain. It looks like it could be a lump of rocks, or it could be anything. It's subjective to the artist. Maroon said, I will say this, if you ever do need any alto saxophone samples, you can always ask. You can send some. Yo, shout out to the alto sax in the chat. Yo, this guy right here.
A little saxophone.
Yeah. I have his sax over here. It's like in the closet, I think. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know why you have my saxophone.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It was too big. It was too big to ship to him. Yeah,
you're probably way better at saxophone than me.
Nah, dude, I definitely can't. But this guy, talking about Maroon, right?
Yeah. Maroon definitely better than me. Yeah.
He plays like 7 instruments though. Like let's get that man, get that boy Mehdi. He's probably the most gifted musically out of all of us because he can hear things. He was always that overachiever. You know, that sibling. This is like, man, F this guy, man. He knows how to play everything. He just picks it up and like, oh, and he's like a virtuoso. We used to call him
just a nerd.
He's just a freaking nerd. That's really all he is. At the end of the day. But I love you, bro. Like I'm inspired. We inspire each other, you know.
like even creating this song, it was that, you know, it was a lot of that, like Raph and I working on our various ideas, and he comes in as the master to kind of polish everything, you know, like in art, when you have a painting like this picture that is on the right of me, it was unfinished, and so it's like, okay, what needs to be added? Let's add some shading, let's add some other colors, and then it turned into this, you know. So this is like kind of what medicine does, you know. That's what Dave does. Dave is the you know, he brings all the pieces together. He's the glue, you know, of our trifecta, you know. And
thank you so much for saying this, Henry. I needed.
You're the glue, bro. You're the glue. Oh, I get to snooze an ad. Aha, got you. No one's missing it. Yeah.
No one's missing that.
Got it. Yeeted that ad. Maroon said you can barely play alto sax half the time. Oh, hey, Siege Reaper, welcome. Unk. I got a couple more unks with me too. Look above me.
I'm an unk.
Yeah, he's an unk too. This is my actual bro, Siege. Our other bro is running around here somewhere. He's on.
Nice to meet you. I've done this joke like 7 times already.
He's actually handsome. When he tries to like,
it never gets old.
Yeah. No, that's personality. He got that win aura everywhere. He just throws some dots in the chat. He's like, I was excited to meet your brother, but I don't think he's so sure now.
Who is this?
Hey, but Maroon, going back to the art, he said, I don't know you, sir. Yes, you do. You're about to, sir. But
I mean, you just don't. You know of me. You don't know me though.
Oh yeah, no, you will know him. So the music that we do, this stream is dedicated to a friend of ours, named Petey G. We did a song together, and we're dissecting that song, so you get to see a songwriting side of us that you never really get to see. So we're just going through playing a lot of the music, and I'm gonna get right back into it actually. Here's the music scene. So this is the song. So all those elements that you guys have been hearing previously, you guys and gals have been hearing, this is where we break the song down now. So after we added the ukulele, the guitar, we did this interview with him, and this is basically this is the guy Petey talking. So it was an interview that we had done, and he was basically just kind of venting and talking about what he was going through, and this is what it was.
You can only handle, you know, so much.
Hang on, it's kind of quiet. Let me turn it up. So it started with this.
You can only handle, you know, so much emotional pain.
Then we added the guitar into it.
You just get to the point where you don't want to feel anymore. I feel like people who have never been in that position, they misunderstand, you know.
My lovely Siege.
You grieve, you know. You grieve.
Feel what you feel.
And that is when I started adding vocals. So I started adding vocals to it, and I just kind of just let it just go. And I think this was the first take ended up being the best take, which was pretty fun.
It had the most raw emotion, you know.
Because I was really hurting. Like bro. So it's okay to cry. See, it's okay to cry. And like I said, these are serious. We've been kind of like emotional this whole stream so far. You know, not boohoo crying, but you know, it's serious stuff. But we want to inspire you, encourage you, and build you up. That life is precious, man, and you have to enjoy it with those that you love, and you know, and share those moments with each other. Like, talk to people. Like, don't shut yourself off if you have something to say. Like, that's why we have these communities. That's why, you know, even though Burke is not in our music group, you see his beautiful face in the Discord channel here, you know, because we all grew up together. Like, we're like brothers and friends. Brothers and friends. Don't you guys have a music group called that, Dave?
Yeah,
Brothers.
me and Raph and an old guy.
You, Raph, and an old guy. Nice. Yeah. I'm not the old guy for once. Finally, I'm not the old guy.
Yeah, Henry's not the only young that we know.
Praise God. Praising God. But here's where the song came from. So it started with that. It was just the guitar,
and then I added like a kick to it. So this is basically, let me make sure I get all the solos. Where's this? Yeah. So it was that guitar. So it was Raph's guitar. So we took all the pieces and we added it together. So it was this. Let me know if you can hear the music. All right. And then it goes into this. So there's the kick. Claps. So we have the dry clap. It's a bunch of. So that's where the drums came from. It was just simple. Because it didn't want it to be too much, you know? Vibe kick. That was it. And then a chef rim shot. And then a dry slaply. And then let's see what else is in here.
Cool names for these tracks, by the way.
You like these tracks? The names, Xylo hats.
What is the heck? A slaply.
A slaply. A BBL. Yo, wait. Hang on. The
BBL
name of
Drizzy?
this BBL clap dry slaply.
Yeah, BBL Drizzy on here? That's crazy.
Yeah. No, so Siege, the song is available on all major music platforms. You can actually go listen to it anywhere. Like we released it last year. Yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of it. And this is where you can this is where you can check it out. But I'm breaking down the song so that way we can share our art with it. And one of our other bros is running. You'll see him in a minute. He asked, how do I eat a freaking coconut? My guy, you chop it in half. You cut it. You cut it in half. You crush it like a worm, and you throw it away. That's how you do it. Okay. Depends on where you get it from. You cut it in half and you just put it on your face. Yeah.
It's actually coconut.
Is that coconut milk?
That's how you eat it. It's coconut water.
Do you see
coconut
that?
water?
Siege, coconut water. This is the way. You buy it at the store and you drink it. That's how you eat a coconut.
That's the best way. It's the easiest, simplest way.
The safest way is buy it. But if you found one, I did see he sent a picture in the Discord earlier, and it's just like half a coconut. Where did you find it, man? Yeah.
You gotta crack it on the head, bro.
Jeez. He said I got it from the second pick. Is your head okay, Maroon? Yeah.
Did you hit her?
I think we went too deep. Let's get back to the music. This will help.
Yeah.
Dancing in the sun while I'm praying for the rain.
And then I added the vocals.
Can you answer me? Wash away the pain. Dancing in the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Heaven, can you answer me? Can you answer me? In the sun while I'm praying for the rain. Heaven, can you answer me? Wash away the pain.
That was it.
How much auto-tune were you using on this?
I didn't use any on this. On the first part, I think when we polished it, we just did very minimal because we didn't want it to sound robotic. And I feel uncomfortable. Some people use auto-tune as a crutch, but I wanted the pain. I wanted the emotion to come through as I was rapping. Because I wanted that to translate, and I feel like that's what gave it more character. Even like the slightly off pitch, it's okay because that's the beauty of art. It's not going to be. I didn't want it to be picture perfect. I wanted it to be real and relatable, and just like kind of dry, not too verby, But yeah, it went from that into this.
The thunder, the rumble, the wet on my skin when it rains. A poet to keep me so humble, no mumble. Remember my name, so bitter it crumbles. I'm stumbling, no one to blame. Give me a hug, mama, I ain't been feeling the same.
So I'm gonna break down the vocals basically, because Petey was a poet, and one of the things that he was always trying to get these ideas out. So I basically brought the clarity of what I feel like he was trying to say, and the lyrics
The lyrics go, the thunder, the rumble, the wet on my skin when it rains, a poet to keep me so humble, no mumble, remember my name. He wanted someone to remember him, or a lot of people just want to be seen, honestly. And I wanted to emphasize that. I wanted people to know that I see you. You know, the majority, any person or most relationships, you just want to be seen and appreciated, I feel. And that's at the core of why we exist, is to be seen and appreciated and loved. And that's kind of where the lyrics, came from. My bad, y'all. I'm feeling a little bit intense right now, so just hang on one second. Yeah, so here we go. So that's the first part of the lyrics there.
I think people have ads right now too.
Oh yeah, they're on ads. Hang on, let me wait for the ads to stop. Ad breaks ends in 10 seconds. We're waiting. You guys. Oh, there's a question. Thank you for your patience. FrostyTools.com. Your support during these ad breaks helps me keep the camera and lights on. Thanks, Frosty Tools. By the way, what ads are showing, by the way, if it's anything good? Which country holds the record for the most World Cup victories in women's field hockey? I have no idea. Siege said Netherlands. Dominating the field, Netherlands has won the most World Cups in women's field hockey, showcasing their exceptional talent and consistency in the sport. Give it up for Siege. Did you look that up? I feel like you looked it up. Yeah. A bunch of facts. All right, everyone's back from ad jail. Here we go. Going into the next section of the song.
Give me your hug, mama. I ain't been feeling the same.
Take away the drums
I
for a
just
sec.
been hiding my face, trying to find me some peace, trying to ease the pain. Nowadays, I admit I don't do much of anything. Lord, can you give me a sign? Push down.
It's kind of fire without the drums too. It's just like a acoustic feeling. Let me see. He said, I have a good brain for sports. Yeah, you do. All right, here we go.
Push down on a 6B. I don't stay in the lines. Black out my canvas, portray that I'm fine. Don't know my name, but the clouds, they are mine. My spirit divine, confined to the vines in my mind. Numbness, the darkness ingrained in my mind.
All right, so this last section of lyrics, I want to just kind of go over that and what it makes people feel like. For those that are listening to it, so what the lyrics say, it says, I just been hiding my face. Give me a hug, mama. I ain't been feeling the same. I've been hiding my face, trying to find me some peace, trying to ease the pain. Sometimes I feel like we talked about the love of a parent and someone that can comfort you. You know, when you're going through a difficult circumstance, you know who those people are. It's like friends or family, or whether it's a mom and dad or brother, sister, whoever. You just want to feel loved and hugged. Comfort me, because I don't know what to do. And most of the time you just want to get away. You hide yourself when you should be running to those that love you. And it's hard to, because you don't want people to see you in that vulnerable state, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Are you talking to us?
Oh yeah,
Or the
Dave.
chat?
Anybody who wants to chime in, whenever you feel like, you know, whether it's a panic attack or anxiety, what do you run to? Like, what are some things that you like to do when you feel those types of pressures?
Hey, and before Raph just posted in the message.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't see it on Discord.
Oh no, what happened? Let me see. Hang on. One sec. Pulling it up.
Yeah, one way I think is good is to, I mean, art is one of my favorite therapies and ways to get my emotions and feelings off.
Therapy, yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah, like talking and you know, getting whether it's discussions or whatever. Yeah.
I'll say creating art. that's one of my biggest therapies. Yeah.
Creating art, yeah, it's an outlet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maroon is let me see. Can you hear okay? Is it really loud? Hang on. I'm checking. I'm making sure. Let me what's hurting your ears? Let me know. Yeah. Hang on, I'm texting real quick. Bear with me just one sec, chat. Let's see. And I also know we want to be respectful of each other's times because I know we started late on the stream too. So yeah, if we have to jump off, if you have to jump off or anything, I know.
We're probably gonna log off here now. So
yeah,
but it's been amazing and it was a lot of fun. I can speak for Raph.
Give it
was
up.
Awesome.
Give it up for
give him a little clap, Dave.
Yeah,
go
ahead.
Yeah, I'll leave you guys with a little, so.
Yes. The puller cheers and everything.
All right. Get on, bass, get it going. You know what I mean?
But we love you
Thank
guys.
You guys.
Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. These are my bruvs, Petey G. I am one of 3 of amazing people. We kind of complete as one in our group. If you have not followed, if you haven't heard the song yet, you can hear the actual song on all platforms. Okay, so you definitely can check it out here. That is the link where you can follow us, and also tejdproductions.com. That is my bro Dave, and Raph will be signing off. We will see you on the next stream, guys. Love you guys so much. Thank you for this. This was awesome tonight. Give it up for them one more time. All right. Peace.
Gang.
Gang. And it's my bro, Burkeritto. He is here.
Oh, hello.
Might as well stream, my guy.
That's right. Nope.
You're here. He's like, nope. I want to play
I'm
Schedule
just selling
1.
drugs. That's all I'm doing.
I knew it. I knew he was. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just kind of finish strong here. I'll just play a little bit more of the song, and that way everybody can hear. Yeah, but here goes the rest of the song here. Yeah, it was kind of tough setting things up, and our time zones are completely different. Like they're 3 hours separate from where I am. Burke's in a different time zone. Everybody's in a different world.
I'm right in the middle of both of them.
Yeah. Pulitzer Prizes in the chat too. No, I thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. To kind of pick apart and dissect still, but yeah, that was cool because that was the first time we've actually done something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna have a rough day. Not a rough day tomorrow. It's just this whole weekend has been very interesting. Processing a lot and thinking of memories and things like that. So I'm just happy to be here. Like your boys really been going through it. I'm sure Burke, you've been going through your things too. But we all have our individual things that we're processing and going through. So always treat each other with kindness and love and patience, no matter what, because you don't know what they're going through. You sometimes you don't know. So try to treat everybody kindly. So yeah. So this transition here going into the that was like a whole song in itself. The intro and that section, that was like a whole song in itself. But then it had that the last video that he ever sent was the ukulele part, and that's where it kind of went into this transition. It was this transition that it started with. So I'll solo just those parts alone. That way you can hear them. And this is where it went to. So I went from there to here. And we played this earlier in the chat. So it's all different ukuleles doing different things. So it's one of them is doing this. Okay. So it's a very interesting blend of ukuleles. Asia, one of the songwriter named Asia, Alex did that. Some of those pieces there. I did some pieces. Pete did some pieces. So this is what Pete had done. So his ukulele was it was all I had was from the video. So it was whatever he had sent in that. So this is what he did. And then I just screwed it and slowed it down. Okay. And so these are the other parts that got added. And then we added the piano, or I added the piano on there. So this is the piano by itself. This is what the piano's doing. It's felt piano. All right, very pretty. All right, so that's what the breakdown, that's where the breakdown came from. And so this is what the vocals were doing as that transition happened. The other parts that Raph, our other bruv, had done, this is what he did. So there was another part that was on here that you couldn't hear because I muted it, but this is what was going on in the background. So this is how it ends.
Don't know my name, but the clouds, they are mine. My spirit divine, confined to the vines in my mind. Numbness, the darkness ingrained in my mind.
And then this is what the guitar took to. So it's doing this. So I chopped it up. Yeah, so you can hear the birds. Hear like the birds chirping. Cars driving by. So while he was doing that, I was like, I don't know how to fit this in here. So it just kind of came together. Like they all blended together with that piece. So check it out. This is what happened.
The darkness ingrained in my mind.
So I just layered it underneath that. Thank you so much. First of all, give a shout out for spending time and sharing your thoughts, your energy. Big love. Now, please tell Andrew what's up. My camera's going crazy. Please send some love there. We're definitely getting through it together. We get through this always together. Please share your art in the Discord. You all, if you're artists and musicians or visual artists, please do not hesitate to do that. Big love. Thank you so much. Love you, and thank you for your art and your passion. All right. So yeah. So you hear how the song is coming together now. All the pieces just slowly get lumped together, and so the chorus came from this interview at the beginning, because it's like, well, what's going to bring it together?
You know, so much emotional pain.
So this is an interview that him and Raph had done.
You know, you just get to the point where you don't want to feel anymore.
He said you get to a point where you don't want to feel anymore. And sometimes when you get depressed or you get overwhelmed, sometimes that's what happens is I don't want to feel anything. I'm tired. Like I don't want to acknowledge the emotion or the thing that's staring me in my face. I'd rather ignore it. So what do? A lot of people numb it
it could be drugs, it could be addiction of something, it could be isolating yourself, it could be you want to quiet the noise, you know, you want to drown out the sounds. But the reason why I ended up doing the chorus, which says, feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine, is because I felt like people need to acknowledge and embrace those feelings, because that's what makes us human. That's what makes us imperfect. You know, it's you have to, once you start to lose your emotion, once you start to lose your soul, then you forget what it's about to be human, because we're going to deal with hardship. We're going to deal with heavy subjects. We're going to, you know, not always be happy. But the reason why I said that is because you will get through this. I know you can get through it, because if I'm speaking for me, if I can get through it, and I know many other people, Burke, chime in here if you understand where I'm coming from with that. What are your thoughts about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's gonna be days that you literally feel like you can't get through it. But when you told me that you were gonna do the stream tonight,
yeah,
I was outside and I thought about something, and it just a random little thought. Yeah, thanks ADHD, a random little thought, and it led perfectly into this section, and it's a very like common knowledge thing to think about when you're young. You know, you fall, you scrape your elbow, you scrape your knee, you cut yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
And over time, it heals. And that's the same way with, you know, like, you know, depression or, you know, something that is holding you back. And when Hen said that he knows you can get through it, it's the same way that we know that the cut's going to heal. It may not be right when you want it. And it may not be that day that you are in this dark spell where you're just like, I don't want to feel anything. Well, try before you start making these irrational thoughts, and I don't mean this in a bad way, and when, you know, talking on Petey's behalf, but it's there comes a point in life where the emotions become too much. You literally can't fight it, and it's like a scab. You know, he was at a scabbed point in his life, but then all of a sudden something triggered, and he just ripped the scab off, and that was his life.
Lady
And
_Llama
he didn't allow
_18
enough
just
time
executed a puller raid with 7
to feel the
viewers.
healing.
Hang on, Burkeritto.
God dang it.
Hold that thought. Lady Llama came through with her raid. Gosh dang it. He's like pouring out his heart. Yo, welcome all the raiders. Big up to all the raiders. My guy was going so hard. Pouring his freaking heart out, man. I love this guy. So
no, I sit here and eat my ice cream real quick.
No. The perfect time. This is not a bad time at all. I'm so happy that you all are here. We're talking about, like, you know, we're sharing a song that for those that don't know, we're songwriters as well. My two younger brothers and I. Not this handsome guy above me. I'm trying to fix his video. He's talented in many other ways. He's one of my bros. We go back for a long time, and we now we're here streaming together, which is pretty cool, you know. But yeah,
and I'm not even streaming.
He's not even streaming. He just pulled up because he's like. But as streamers, sometimes we go through that. We're like, I don't want to. I'm just chilling. I'm trying to just like get through this day, you know. But yeah, we're sharing a song. We're sharing a song that we had done. We have a group called TEJD, and as you all can see, there's a donation charity setup that we have attached. It's the International Association for Suicide Prevention, and I want to encourage everyone, when we talk about these subjects, it can get very heavy, so we want to keep it as light as possible, but to bring awareness. You know, if you're going through, or you know someone who's going through a traumatic situation, or having thoughts about, hey, I don't want to be here anymore, it's okay. Yeah, we're chilling. So we're playing a song. We're breaking down a song that we did. It is available on all major music platforms. We did it last year. This is the 1-year anniversary of that song. It's called 6B, and we did it dedicated to a friend of ours who passed away from suicide. His name was Petey, and not to bring down the mood, like it's a celebration of life because we were able to create something that was beautiful, and it keeps on giving. The point of this stream is to bring an awareness to that. So I'm so glad that you all showed up. Welcome up. Where's everyone from in the chat? For those, if this is your first time streaming, my name is Kenneth Puller. Above me is Burkeritto Gaming. We're not co-streaming at the time. We're kind of doing just a Discord chat. I had two of my bruvs here earlier, TEJD, but the link, I posted it in the chat. You can listen to the song there. But yeah, we're breaking down the elements of the song and how we came up with the song itself. So I'm so glad to see you all. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the raids, all of that. Give yourself a shout out.
Wow, that's a pull-up play.
Siege is cleaning coconuts meanwhile. So hope that goes well, bro. But yeah, so let's get back to the music. You all can understand a little bit about what we're talking about. But Burkeritto, finish your point, because you were talking about some, about getting help and talking to people and things like that. And when you feel isolated and you don't want to feel anymore, that's what we were talking about. When someone gets to a point where it's like, I don't want to feel emotions or thoughts or darkness or whatever it may be. What is that?
Yeah. So it's, and what I was talking about before the raid took over on his stream is it was about being, as a kid, you would fall, you'd get a cut, you'd scrape your elbow, scrape your knee, and it would heal. Yeah. Everything heals, even broken hearts heal. It's just it's a matter of time, and sometimes it was getting a little heavy right before the raid happened, and that was actually a good thing because it was about to get even heavier the way I was going with it, so it stopped me perfectly.
So thank you all. Yeah. But we can do that sometimes. Like when we talk about these things, it is hard. It is hard to discuss these topics.
And it allowed me to kind of think about what I was going to rephrase, and it's like when you get into the dark place and you want to get out of it, you got to give it a little bit of time. Don't make the irrational thought and just go to the first thought that comes to mind, which in this case it's suicide. And sometimes it can just be so heavy you can't help it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, and there's a point in the healing cycle that like when you're cut or something, like in a kid, even today, if you fall, you scrape your knee, it heals up, and occasionally it's going to scab over, and you still have to let that healing process take place because that's still healing.
Right.
The issue with being in the dark and giving yourself a little bit of time to get out is you have to motivate yourself to say, I can get through that. And Hen was saying before is we know you can get through it, even if it seems like there is no light anywhere and you're stuck in the dark. Give it a little bit of time. Just keep taking one day at a time. Step, 1 foot in front of the other.
One day at a time.
But take it slow. Don't immediately jump to conclusions. I don't want to feel this anymore. Try to figure out, look at something in the light of it and say, why am I feeling this way? Then you start cycling your feelings, but don't immediately just rip the scab off and say you're done with it. But I know that can be very hard to do sometimes, and you literally just don't want to feel. Like him streaming right now, I didn't want to stream tonight mainly because nothing's wrong. I'm not in a mood or anything. It was a long week. I'm not in the physical state to sit here. I have one light on, you can see. Usually I have two. And even this is kind of pushing me over the limit a little bit, where it's like, it was too much work.
I know.
I'm not even doing anything. I'm playing Schedule 1 and listening to...
Bro's trying to become a drug dealer in the background.
we're out here trying to inspire somebody, but in him getting out of that mindset of, you know what, let me jump into this conversation. Let me just jump. When you happen to come across a random page, let's say you're rating for all the raters that came, you probably didn't know what to expect. You saw the music, and now we're talking about special causes, things that are near and dear to us. If you all, with that being said, I posted a link. This organization is a nonprofit that the guy who we did the song with, his son started it after he passed 2 years ago on April 11th, which was yesterday. His son decided to start a company called Skate for Life, where he basically showcases, skateboarding, the things that he's passionate about. And, to tell you a little bit about the company, it's a new business, and basically he wants to bring an awareness to people that have experienced suicide, or, he said, I wanted to make a place for people to have community, to want to stop people from taking their lives and create a safe space for people to talk about these things, which is exactly what we're doing now. So if you all could go, and you can buy merch there, get professional help if you don't know who to talk to. These are the links here. This is the company that he started, and he's a young entrepreneur. You don't have to be old to do something great or start a business. Say, oh, that's something old people do, and it's not true.
I want to throw something in too, real quick. This whole stream for him is about suicide awareness and suicide prevention, and Pete's son is doing what he's doing, and here's a perfect example that you can get out of the darkness and never face it.
Keep going, Burke. I'll be right back.
You're good. Because his son has now taken a step in the direction that he could have went to the darkness too, because he lost his dad, and it was a very traumatic thing for him. But he said, I'm not going to live in that darkness. I'm going to bring the awareness that caused my father to go into this place, and now he's in a spot where he's doing something about it, which goes back to, we know you can get through it too. Find something, find a purpose, and you'll be able to get through that. And now I'm taking over his stream. He runs away in his own stream.
No, you're on a roll. Keep going. I got my
it's
take my beard. Go ahead.
But he's 15 or 16, and he, in the back of his head, he knew, and I'm pretty sure he knew that he's got two roads he could go down. He can either go down the road that puts him into depression every day, and mourn over the loss of his dad every single day and let it tear him apart, or he can go down the path and become stronger and say, this is not what I want for anybody else on this planet. And I can tell you right now that me, and Henry's two brothers, Raphael and David, I grew up with all of them. And me and Raphael grew up from kindergarten. Me, Raphael, and Pete, and several other people all went to kindergarten together. And we got, our own problems today, but we always find a way to circle back to each other in some way, whether it's, a ribbon like this where it pulls us all together. And you just have to find that you have to find a purpose like his son did. And that's where it becomes a light to everybody else. And it's an inspiration. Like, this kid's 15, 16, something like that. And he inspires him, he inspires me, he inspires Raphael and David to continue doing what we're doing. And I know Hen can agree that sometimes we do these streams and it pisses us off because we can't get something to work. And it sometimes it could put us in a spot where like, I don't even want to do this. And that's the same concept. It's not depression, but it's like, I don't have the mentality to keep doing this. And that's kind of how I am tonight. But I know that this whole conversation, this whole stream for him means something to those three as well. It does me. And the reason I say it still does, it means something to me is because I went to school with Pete. I grew up with him. You know, I know his life, and but I lost touch with him after high school, and it didn't hit me. And I said this earlier in the stream too. It didn't hit me like it hit them because I had lost touch with him. So I lost a very strong connection to him that when Hin told me about it, the day that it happened, day before or after it happened, he told me about it. And I was like, oh, damn, that's heavy. But, you know, and just remember that you can get out of anything, and you just got to find it. You got to figure out what your passion is. And I'm going to bring this up just because it's not even in my own stream that I'm doing this, and there's not very many viewers. Is I don't have a very like dark depressive side. One, because ADHD really helps me with that. It keeps me occupied too much. It keeps my brain going. There are times where I'm just like, oh my God, stop, please stop running. Just stop for a little bit.
Get out of my head.
That's where my depression kind of hits sometimes. It's like, okay, this is way too tiring. But I don't get into a dark spot anymore. I get annoyed with money and finances, but you know, this whole stream for them too is, how do you cope with the depression? How do you cope with these dark times? And a lot of it is art related. You know, everybody has an artistic side. Not autistic, artistic side.
Right?
Yeah.
Art helps us cope with life.
Yeah. And so TEJD, they make music in an art fashion. That music is art. Andromeda can tell you music is art. And everybody that I've known that's musically inclined can tell you it's art. And there's something that I just recently picked up, and I wasn't going to tell anybody this until I was done with it. But my art now came into a new form that I'm writing a book.
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's get that boy became an author. Let's get that.
I wasn't going to say anything about it, and it has nothing to do with like anything in my life. It was just my brain, ADHD, just flying through stories that I had, because I used to play a thing called 5M. If you've ever seen GTA, you know that there's a thing called 5M that's a giant server platform. Yeah. All role play, and I have a character that I played. I played two of them. One was a cop, and the other one was basically a psycho killer. And the book that I'm writing is about her, and it's a very intense book. But I found my purpose. And am I going to write 30 other books? Probably not. I'm probably going to write 4 more. That's about it. And it all ties into this, but find something that you can do that occupies your brain, because all of this, it's still emotional for me to think about it, but I don't need to boo-hoo cry about it, because it didn't affect me like it did and it didn't affect me like it did
It affects
Raphael
everyone
and David.
different, and I think that's the point. Is sometimes we can dumb people. He's like, oh, you don't understand what I'm going through, and that's incorrect, because everybody processes trauma in different ways. It doesn't make one better than the other. It's like, hey, I just had a different connection, and when you know someone that's close to you and there's a passing or whatever it may be, everyone deals with trauma differently, and I think that's what we wanted to stress tonight. And take notes. I see some of you said you guys are my friends and streaming are the reason why I'm still here. This we are each other's keeper. You know, there's a verse that says, am I my brother's keeper? Absolutely. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're your sister's keeper. You're your other person's keeper. We have a connection to each other. You know, I believe everything happens for a reason. So when we meet people online or whoever's here, cherish those connections. Reach out, like say something. You know, we have a Discord community. If those of you don't know, where we have fun, we talk trash, but then we also can get serious like this. You know, this, like I said, this is probably one of the more serious streams that we've ever done. But we know how to have fun too, you know, but you need a balance of all those things, time to be serious and a time to have fun, a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to mourn, blah, blah, blah. You know, you've heard it.
Yeah. And you know what the good thing about doing this for you guys tonight is we know that everybody's going through something. And that's why we're doing this. And that's why Hen's doing this. I shouldn't say me, but
no, you're a part of it too. Yeah.
Well, in a sense, I'm not streaming like I thought about doing, but it also made it easier on the stream, you know, and we're not doing a all-in of a stream together, but it's to help you guys. Like, you know, who said it? Siege said that you guys are the reason that he's the reason we're still. He's here because of us.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's because we know that your brain, if you're not occupied, and you're occupied by watching Han, you're occupied by watching me, that it keeps that brain fluid, and it's a stimulant for you, and you're not gonna sit back and just get stagnant. And that's where things get dark, is when you become stagnant, and you have to be careful with it.
Idle hands.
So we, you know, being the brother's keeper is, you know, Hen has something to live for. Raphael has something. Raphael has a kid to live for.
That's why they had to jump off stream, because it's just, you know, when the baby says, "Hey, I need this," like you got to go. But
that baby pooping everywhere.
Bro,
he needs his diaper changed, so Raph had to get off.
Yeah, there was definitely some daddy and baby duties for sure, and brother duties. You know, we're all here because of each other. Yes, absolutely. Pull surprise.
Yeah, and it's a you know, I have a niece now. You know, she just turned 10. She had her birthday last week. No, this coming week. Yeah. And I love that kid to death. Like, she's a little brat because of her personality and just how she is, but she's such a go-getter. Like, she will snap on you, not in a bad way, but she's got a, I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a cocky mouth, but you say something to her and she'll immediately have an answer for it. Like, she's quick. She's a quick-witted little girl. And I love being around her. So that's one of the reasons where this community, this stream, this atmosphere, everybody needs this. You know, and who knows, next week me and him may stream together, and we're gonna bash each other and call each other out and be like, "You're stupid for doing this."
Yeah, how could you?
But tonight it's. You know, I need Hen. Hen needs me. We need Raphael and David. You guys need us. We need you. Without you guys, we're not streamers. You know, I finally got to the point where I've got a few viewers at a time now, but there was a point where I didn't want to stream. This all ties into that whole, I don't want to do this. I don't want to, you know, feel anymore type thing. And it's their music, especially this song, and I'm not listening to it during the stream because I've got my computer and then I'm watching chat on Discord too, or your stream. So I'm not really listening to it while you're dissecting it, but I've listened to it before, and that song, music affects everybody. There is not a single person on earth that says, "Oh, music doesn't affect me." You want to bet? This song is one of them. Whether it's a melody, whether it's just a guitar riff, whether it's a trumpet, you know, whatever it is, there's something, because scientifically it's actually proven too that certain notes, certain frequencies, can calm you down.
Yeah, there are, everything is frequency. I believe we're all made up of frequencies as well, which is why music is so important. There are certain tones that do that, and I think that's where the song kind of brings out so much emotion in people. I can't really explain it because it's such a conglomerate of different emotions that were happening at the same time at different places. So with those that are here, I want to acknowledge Siege. Siege says sometimes I feel like I don't have to live for sometimes. I get that completely. I understand that. But you have to find it. You find it in the most random places sometimes, you know. It's like in the song.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to throw this out before I get Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the chat, why he gets finished is that I want to deter him from what he's getting ready to say, but post in the chat, what is your one favorite thing that you just like doing? Do you like going outside? What is it? Say that in the chat.
Right.
And then remember that, say that several times in your head and say, oh, this is why I like doing this.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You'll always have something.
As you're feeling that, and as you share that, I'm going to play this chorus. I'm just going to play where the chorus, that's actually where the chorus came from, is from those thoughts right there. So listen, this is at the beginning. He said, sometimes I just don't want to feel anymore. You get to a place, you process trauma and you just don't want to feel anything. You want to numb it. But this is my answer to that. It's me and Mrs. Puller singing. It was me.
Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Look in the sky, you will see it in time. Feel what you feel.
Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. You know, like that's where the chorus came from. So this is with the music. I wanted to play just the voice. This is with the music.
In my mind, numbness, the darkness ingrained in my mind.
What's up, twin?
Hey. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Look in the sky, you will see it in time. Feel what you feel.
You know what I'm saying?
Racing the concept of faith and I'm doing it blind. I just need me some hope for the future. I hope that my family is fine. I know that you hear it, I know that you fear it. Don't worry no more, you will see it in time. Don't forget that I love you, just look up above you. Feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine.
So the drums, I hope y'all hear that, man, because this gets me every time. As our friend was dealing with his depression and stuff like that, he sent the last video he ever sent me was him practicing the ukulele, and that's kind of what started this song, this whole thing off, and we all processed it in different ways. We put all the pieces together. Yeah. So the drums actually was from our other brother that was here earlier. He was just like hitting his chest and then like slapping like a table. It was this right here. Yeah. That's all it was. It was filtered and then we brought it in. All right. So you got it. So that's where the drums came from. Is basically I was like, well, why the heartbeat? Because it's like when you're feeling that anxiety, that intensity, or that panic attack, all you can feel and hear is your breathing and your heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's like at the core. The first beat that you ever learn, the first beat that you ever hear, does anyone know? Write it in the chat real quick. What's the first original beat that you've ever heard and that is the core of every person? Even if you don't know how to play music, what's the OG beat since the beginning of time?
If you don't know, it starts with an H.
Starts with an H. Come on, chat.
Chat's catching up right now. They twinning right now. Oonce, oonce, oonce. Yes, that is what it sounds like. The heartbeat. Let's go. Let's throw some dubs. Heartbeat. OG. The real OG Unk.
Yeah, outstanding.
As them boys say, on Unk. You know what I'm saying? On Unk. But that's where that came from. So when the beat comes back in, it goes from the drums. I'm gonna play the music and then kind of show the progression. And then we bring in everything together. So this is where the beat went to. That's just the guitars. And then add some bass. Punchy electro bass. Add some piano. Hear this, Bert? On stream?
Nope. Because I'm not listening to it.
Oh man, can't wait for you to hear this because you never heard it like this before. And then that's just the
reason I'm really not listening to it is because of feedback.
Oh no, I got you. But check it out. And you can mute your mic too, but check it out. So this is the chorus. So this is where the chorus came in. This is with the music and everything. So
I know that you hear it, I know that you fear it. Don't worry no more, you will see it in time. Don't forget that I love you, just look up above you. You feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine.
Remember when they tell you, like, sometimes I don't know what to live for and I don't want to feel this feeling? Hey,
feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine. Look in the sky,
feel me?
you will see it in time.
You might not see it now, but that's what I say, look in the sky, you'll see it in time. Because sometimes when you're in it, you can't feel or see the reason. But sometimes it takes time to, like, for that scab to heal, like Burke was talking about. That's what it's all about.
Feel what you feel, it's okay, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna play this. So this is Raph on the guitar solo. This is a solo that he did. So check it out. I'm gonna play it by itself because I don't think anyone's ever heard it like that.
That's the first time I've heard it like that.
Woo! Bro, that boy can play some freaking guitar. That boy, that's rock and roll.
And I've always heard him play the guitar, but that one,
dude,
that had the grunge to it. Like I was saying earlier, music affects everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar stuff like that, like a very low end grunge tone, that will send me into I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's
okay.
one of those frequencies that make me okay.
I feel something. Yes. Yeah. That's where that
You
feeling
get
comes in.
goosebumps, that means you're doing okay. That means you got to take that goosebump feeling and think,
yeah,
I have a feeling. There's a reason why goosebumps happen, but I'm not going to get into that because that's
science.
That's the But if you get goosebumps by hearing music, that means it did something to you internally.
Yeah, exactly. That it resonates something. So if you ever be like, oh, I just got goosebumps, or whether it's a thought or emotion, it's doing something, right? So
But that's real.
Your nerves just felt that frequency and said, "Ooh,
yeah."
like
it's because I said it. We're made up of frequencies. I feel like we all are made up of frequency, and so when something or someone resonates those frequencies, it affects you, and you can feel it. It's like I can't explain it, and that's why we're all very spiritual creatures, and there's deeper meaning to life, But I want to play these harmonies because this is the harmony. This is the chorus, but it's Raph, Dave, and I singing individually together, and then so this is what that sounds like. So this is the chorus right here, just us singing the pieces individually. So check it out.
Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Look in the sky. You will see it in time. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine.
So that was the chorus there. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. But that's all of us singing together. And then Mrs. Puller even comes in at the end. Check out Mrs. Puller. She got some pipes on her too. Check it out.
Feel what you feel.
Yeah.
You'll be
It's okay, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
In time.
Yeah.
See it in time.
Yeah. So it's a lot of feeling, emotion on this one. So we were just kind of just mourning, going through it. And this is all together. This is what it sounds like.
Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Feel what you feel. It's okay, you'll be fine. Look in the sky. You will see it in time. Feel what you feel. It's okay.
Instruments. Heartbeat. Hi-hats at. Silo hats. Sheesh. He said, I'm going to be playing you guys' album when I sleep. Hey, bro. A lot of people say that because there's the regular version and then an instrumental, and I had a lot of people that say that they've fallen asleep to it, and it kind of just it comforts them because it is a very emotional, healing song. I truly believe music has the power to heal or build up or break down. Music has that amount of power. So this is part of the reason why we create, why we love to share this with others, because you never know who's listening. You never know who needs that, that little healing, the who's picking at that scab that, they cut themselves and they're just like, I want to pick at this thing, but you have to let it heal, I don't know, man. If you guys don't have the link, we're going to share the cause that you can support. I have the IASP attached on my page. If you click on that, you can donate to that cause, the International Suicide Prevention. There's also for those that missed it before, we have so the guy who we did this song with, his name is Petey. It's dedicated to him. The last collaboration that we had started with, his son started a nonprofit called Skate for Life. This is his son right here. And you can definitely go show some love and support to that boy. Basically, he wants to, to express his love of skating and to share that with others and donate, skateboards, the art. Basically, you can learn more about it on there in Oklahoma. But Tulsa Kids talked about it, and here's the link here. I'll share it in in the chat so you guys can learn and go and support, you know. But his dad loved to skate, and so did he, and we shared this song, and it resonated on all levels.
And I'm gonna say something just for everybody else in the sense of donating. There's a charity on my Twitch page as well. It's called Jerry's Walk. It's suicide for awareness. It's suicide awareness, whereas Hens is suicide prevention. Running down the same road with suicide, but one is to help people like us be more aware that suicide is real, and Hens is more of a let's help the people that are being affected in the moment. And there's one thing I want to say with this, and then I think I'm going to call it a night just because I'm getting tired. But it's if you're going to donate and you don't want to donate to Hens charity, you don't want to donate to mine, donate to his sons.
Yes.
Like that
anything
is,
else. Yeah.
It doesn't help us, but it helps him because that's his dad.
Right.
And that's what I was saying earlier is Mason could have gone down a whole dark road, but he chose not to. He chose a business path, and God love him for doing it.
Yeah, for real. Bless his mind and his heart for like having the strength to go through that and turn it into something beautiful, which is where this song came from. This song turned from something that was bittersweet, and we were able to create new life, a gift that keeps on giving. And that's why we do what we do, is to perpetuate that and to share that with others, to encourage and inspire others more than anything. I posted a bunch of links. You guys can check out the links. It's this is the nonprofit. Go buy a beanie. This beanie was bought from or created from the memory of his dad, because his dad always had a beanie. See the yellow beanie? That's like the beanie that he always was wearing. You know, like if you see in this video, most of the shots, see, look, he's wearing the beanie. The last day they saw him, that was the beanie that he was wearing. See? So if you want to support a worthy cause and support us in any way, support those that we are doing this for, which is, you know, his son and the family, to keep them doing what they're doing. So yeah, I think I know I poured a lot. I know you poured a lot, Bert. I think we can, you know, it would be nice to rate.
I'm emotionally tapping out now.
Yeah. It's like a cup, you know, there's only so much you can pour. And once there's no more water and you keep trying to pour, it's like, I ain't got nothing else to pour. Like but I'm so thankful for everybody that showed up. I was not going to stream today. I woke up feeling like crap. Honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. My arms were numb. My arms and my legs were numb. I've been fighting off something. Mrs. Puller and I got kind of scared because I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe we should get checked out. But thankfully, it wasn't anything too crazy. I might have just been sleep. My equilibrium was thrown off. Probably was dehydrated, something like that, you know, fighting off the flu. But we're here. I'm glad that we pushed through. My other bruvs, Raph and Dave, give it up from my bruvs, the other members of TEJD. They might be lurking in chat. Like I said, you can follow, you can, hand claps. Let's go. Appreciate that. This is our website, so you can find more of what we do on there. And congrats to Siege Reaper, who just hit Crystal last night. I see you following in my footsteps, nephew. Keep going. You almost there. You almost there. We're gonna keep winning in Clash of Clans, not Clash Royale, because F that game. Yeah, I'm so done with that game. But I feel like we left a good. Just gonna play the ending of the song. So this is the ending.
I just play the whole thing. Play it from start to finish. Let them hear it again.
Yeah. We'll play it. We'll play it from start to finish. As we're closing out, we'll just kind of have it just running in the background. I'll do the. Let me see, where did I have it at? Yeah, I'll do the original song again because I started it with the instrumental. But yeah, so here we go. I'll just have to kind of play in. But yeah, once again, I want to thank everybody for their love and support. Somebody throw a channel to raid in here for me. I want to raid somebody. If you guys have any recommendations, shout them out. He said, look at chat on Discord right quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check and see what's good. Where is Discord? Where is it at? I'm looking now. What did you post? Is it in art? Oh, Clash of Clans. I see a bunch of raccoons. Me and gang. Look at these raccoons, bro. He's sending me pictures.
It's in your main chat.
Main chat, yeah.
Yeah, he Nerd Raccoon donated, or I think he donated $5. To
oh, hey, that's big love. Look at that. Let's go, bro. He might have also been showing me pick that beard, bruh. He might have just been sending me that pick the beard because he wanted me to use the freaking 17mm wrench. I'm just gonna leave it here from now on, just so I can pick my beard. Oh, he sent it in Clash of Clans. Yeah, we're doing really good, right? I think that's what it was. But yeah, somebody send me someone to raid because I want to raid somebody. If I don't hear anything, Burke, you can pick somebody. Just find someone cool. We'll make someone's night. Giving each other support, bringing some love and light to whoever it may be.
Let me go look on Twitch and see who I've got alive.
Yeah. Siege said, "Is it Zali? That's their name? Okay. Let me see. Let's take a look."
You could always go raid Siege too.
Oh, is he streaming? Are you streaming, dude? Because if you're streaming, it should definitely raid you. I don't know why you would not want to be raided. Let's take a look here. Let's see.
What is this guy doing?
What happened?
No, just in my, you know how Twitch has like your first like layer of streamers. It's nobody you follow, but it's just like these are recommended. Here, watch these.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you get some crazy ones?
Yeah, some dude's like laying in a coffin. Like what? I don't. But
what
he's
kind of streams you been looking at lately?
But I don't know what's happening. Like it's raining on him. He's just sitting there with his shirt off. And
wait, it's raining on him?
I don't know what's happening.
What in the world? That's man.
Oh, it's one of those interactive ones. 50 bits, 20 fast drops, 100 bits, 20 slow drops, 200 bits, 1 long drop.
Oh my God.
That's no thanks.
No, thank you. Oh, Siege, is this somebody that you know personally? Is Ali? Because I see him. They have late night stream, Brawl Stars, 592 followers. They're doing pretty good for themselves. Not bad. I want somebody that's like small. Give me a small time streamer. Because I see. So okay. So here's a few. Here's a few. Of course, we always. I feel like we always raid Andromeda. Toronto and Burke and Andromeda. If Siege was streaming, we definitely get him. Toronto Scope. I see them every once in a while on Clash Royale.
I don't have anybody else. The only other person that's
Zuniverse
live right now.
One of the guys on the stream team is streaming right now. Let's raid. Let's raid Domino.
Him.
All right. So Siege, what we're doing is we're building a stream community. You are included in that. I'm about to let's raid him. Benji and him are in there. All right, let's do it. So we're closing out the stream. Once again, I want to thank everybody for your for pulling up and supporting. And just for hanging with us for a while. The other bros that were here, the bros that were here earlier, they had to leave. But big shout out to TEJD, the other members of the jazz dudes, the experimental jazz dudes. So yeah, they we're gonna go ahead and raid him. Where'd all the viewers go? That's crazy. Everybody left. That's crazy. It happens. It happens.
As you're about to raid.
I know. As soon as I was about to raid, everybody's like, "We out, we out." They slid out so quick. Yeah. Siege is still there. Now I appreciate you, Siege, for being here. Let's go ahead and create raid. People might pop in and pop out. You know how it goes. It happens all the time. But
he'll probably just sit there and be like, "Why are you raiding me? You don't have any viewers."
Yeah,
right
he's
now."
like, you might as well just join this stream. Don't embarrass me. All right, Game with Domino is our friend. Let me pull up his stream so you guys can see. He's a newer streamer as well. That's in I would say a fellow bro gang. But just Lotus Waver, yeah, they were in there. Backup Benji is in there. Yeah, we're gonna show some love to him. And what are they playing? What is that? Ark Survivor. Oh, that game Ark. Have you ever played that, Bert?
I've played it a couple times. It's a little too mythical for me.
A mythical adventure. So if you guys just stick around for a bit as we stream or as we raid them, just to show some love, drop them a follow, drop them a like, whatever you can do is much appreciated. Yeah, it's one of those things where it means a lot, that little bit of support, right? He said, "I love that game." Sir, yes, sir. All right, so let me do this raid thing here. Frosty Tools should have a raid function, I think. There's like a exclamation point raid. Let me do commands here. Hang on. Commands. Once again, I appreciate you all. PPL. If I didn't give my my UK slang, I always forget. What is today's funny saying? Let's find a funny phrase before I let you guys go.
Man, you haven't done that the last couple of times.
I know, man. I've been so busy with just like going and just like trying to finish strong. But basically, let's see. What are some fun things? Oh, this is actually this is actually German. So it's Schattenparker. Yeah. So Schattenparker is it's not as bad as it sounds. Schattenparker is a German word for a person who parks under a tree's shadow instead of a real burning sun. So not a real man, basically. He's afraid that his car becomes too hot. He should just leave this parking spot empty for either someone who is pregnant or an old person. So don't be a Schattenparker, okay? Grow up and don't be afraid of everything. We have a band of non-Schattenparkers. Okay.
If you see a pregnant lady that needs to park there, let her park there. Don't be a Schattenparker.
Yeah. Don't be that guy, okay? But the other phrase is feel what you feel, is what I want to leave you all with. I'm actually wearing a TEJD shirt, but we have merch available, but it's a bunch of our albums on it, and it's the first merch line that we pressed. You can get some of the merch on the TEJDproductions.com. C said I don't even have a car, but you're always working on cars though, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, so feel like don't dumb down your emotions and numb the pain. If you have to process something, it's okay to feel that and deal with it, because it can help produce healing. It can bring life to something that may be dead or broken. Okay? So acknowledge your feelings, deal with them, and grow from them is the best advice that I can give anyone. What about you, Bert?
I mean, that's I don't think there's anything else that can be placed in of that. That's
you align with that.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that. Yeah. No, that's it. That's it. Okay, so here we go. It says, let's get ready to raid Game with Domino stream. So there's something you can copy and paste. This is cool from Frosty Tools. It says, survive the beat, Game with Domino. We've ascended from 6B to Arc, ready to trade our musical notes for Dino Roars. We'll be your backup singers while you conquer prehistoric perils. I love these. Shout out to AI once again. So you all can copy and paste that. Okay. So that's in preparation to, to raid. So here we go. Game with Domino. All right, so here we go. So this is we're hopping in there next. He's just hunting some sharks, it looks like. So, all right. With all few viewers that we have, hey, I don't know. Should we raid? Like, if it's only 2 viewers, we dropped so much. I think because everybody thought we were done.
Well, so 2 of them
raid. Okay, yeah. Oh, Volo's still in there too. Sometimes it's off. Sometimes it doesn't tally up. Hey, big shout out.
Chances are you probably still have 6 people watching and you're just not showing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So, all right, let's do it. We doing it, chat.
Chasing everything, trying to kill it.
Big love to the Bro gang. I love y'all for real, man. It's like I said, it's been a wild ride.
There's a whole bunch of them.
It's been rough the last few days, but I'm glad that we're here. Y'all keep streaming, keep going. Just came off a content creation challenge. Just keep creating content. Content is king. We're gonna chop up a bunch of clips from here too. You know what I'm saying? So you all keep going, and never give up. We have a amazing community here, and we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep winning. This year is gonna be an amazing one for everybody. May everything you put your hands to prosper. This is your host Kenneth Pula, and your boy Burkeritto above.
Bro.
Go like and follow and subscribe if you haven't already for that guy, that new affiliate up there. All right. So, raid has been created. We about to raid in less than 10.
It's like 5 sharks right there.
Love y'all.
You know what? I'm waiting
for real. Go stream that song too. By the way.
What's the next?
All right, here we go. We're gonna raid. It says 3 viewers are ready to raid. Here we go.
Wow.
Let's see what they say.
He said W raid. Oh my God! Please don't.
He said, "Oh my God, please don't."
Oh my God, bro! I'm trying, bro. What's up?